I fucking Hobbit? Is this a human I'm on top of?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another episode of KFC. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports. I haven't messed that up in 500 episodes in a row. That's a record. That was my Cal Ripken.
I wouldn't have caught that as a mess up.
Yeah.
I think you just.
It's another edition of KFC Radio. I mean, it's not a mess up. It's just that I always say the same thing. Well, no, that's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Career's over.
This is fucked.
We're starting on a low note here.
It's a bad vibe right now.
No, it's a good vibe. Good. The vibes are good. We just got back from vacation because like last week wasn't really even work.
No, we worked for a day.
Yeah, and
then
the
we went
work
to Whistle
was
Pig.
at Whistle,
Yeah.
you know, like, and worked at Whistle Pig. So we've been off really for like 3 weeks, and to finish it off with Whistle Pig. Sometimes I wish they weren't our sponsor
Why?
because they're so awesome, and I don't want anybody to ever be like they're just saying it for money. You know what I mean? Or for business.
Yeah.
Like like it's like I'm trying to think of the things I love, like the absolute, like Entenmann's has never been a sponsor of ours, so people know that I fucking mean it, but I mean it with Whistle Pig, and I want everyone to know that, and it's because not only because like the whiskey's and shit, but the brand and like the way they do this, it's like going up to Whistle Pig. And I would say, like, I recommend it for all of you, but, like, you can't. It's like,
You're not
allowed to. And that's why it's so awesome.
Because there's no riffraff there.
They don't allow your kind. It's like a friends and family thing only, and we are very lucky enough to be considered on that friends and family list. And we went during the winter, and then we went during the summer. And it's just, I mean, I'm the king of the indoors, and even I love it. That outdoor, it's like the perfect amount. Did you guys end up going on a boat?
No.
All right,
no
good.
boat. Are
Good. I don't want
we
anybody to
saying
have happy.
No, right? We're not saying what we did.
I don't think we're going to say it yet. But
We did something pretty cool.
yeah, let's just say, everybody knows about the piggybacks in the can, and they ran into a lot of issues with distributing the cans, like in what states. You all know it. Everyone was like, I can't fucking buy this. And so now our business with them is shifting back primarily to the whiskey, which is awesome. And we're working in that realm now. So we have a very, very, very... I almost argue that it's the culmination of what we are doing.
I would say
all of our work on this podcast, we didn't know it, but was pointing and building towards this.
I completely agree with that.
In every way.
I
From
think
the
it's-
business side of it to the product itself to like who, what, when, where, all of it. It's our culmination.
It is.
We might have to like retire it.
It'll
start.
be the coolest thing I ever do. I'll live for another
yeah.
10 years, and then it'll be the coolest thing I ever do.
So I hate to tease like that, but it's just we're gonna make sure that we do it all right. So I don't want to just have it trickle out, which is the way we do our tickets. Tickets on sale now, rather than just like putting them all together. Can I get a water from somebody? Please?
No.
We have tickets on sale now. I think like the last, like probably like single digits of Providences around maybe might be available. Could also be sold out. We also have DC coming up, and then
September 29th for DC.
September 29th for DC, and then what do we have for?
We haven't announced anything West
but
Coast
they
or
did,
past
right?
there.
So
Yeah, but I'd rather like us all announce it all in one day, kind of
like what we just said.
Yeah.
But West Coast is coming, in a 3-city, 1 week stop, finishing in LA. So we'll have 3 shows out in like Mountain and West Coast area. So get ready for that. But Whistle Pig, man, we went up there for the weekend or the week. That fucked me up.
Yeah.
'Cause it felt like a weekend.
Yep.
When I got back, I had to leave early because I had Keegan's birthday party. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. It's actually his birthday right now as we record. So happy birthday, baby boy. Little man now. But the farmhouse, as they call it up there where we stayed, I'm like a veteran now. I've gone. that was my 3rd time. I know everybody now. But you have like a world-class chef making every meal for you. This beautiful like little cottage house that you stay in out back. There's fire pits and cornhole and disc golf and axe tossing. I got to watch the moon rise. Think about that. I didn't think at all. Our boy Jason, who's like the head of their brand or whatever,
Thank you.
said around 10 o'clock we'll go watch the moon rise. And I said like, I mean, I don't know. Cool, I guess. And I was like, well, wait a minute. No, wait. I've never seen that. The moon is just always in the sky. Have you ever seen that beforehand? Have you ever watched one? Am I
don't know.
overhyping it? I just don't think.
I
not
feel
saying
like
that.
I've seen the moonrise. Maybe I haven't.
I don't know if you have.
I saw it.
because
I saw it.
I wish you came up
I
and
didn't come
watched
up,
it because
but-
once I watched it, I was like, oh, I definitively have not done this.
Okay.
Because
I saw it come up over the trees later.
which is similar. It's
Yeah.
gonna have the same effect, but there's something about the actual
The
horizon.
horizon. Yeah, I probably haven't seen like on the horizon.
And also if you're just living your life, like you're outside at a beach at nighttime, you're not like looking at the horizon the way I was.
No.
But when I was thinking about it, it's like I always, years ago on Mail Time, we had our day moon was one of I did an episode of like things I just fundamentally can't wrap my head around. And day moon always used to fuck me up. But it's always just up there already. Like during the day.
It's
already up there,
I
you know?
saw it very recently where I was like, that's the full moon. It's noon.
Yeah, right. And so I was like, does it ever rise or is it just automatically up there? But obviously it does. So like I watched it and you see like the cloud, it looks it's not clouds, but it looked almost like the sky just kind of like gets brighter as it's coming before you even see it. So it's like this, like the trees and anything that's nearby start to just lighten up because it was, 10 o'clock dark in Vermont. It's
Right.
fucking pitch black. And then you watch that son of a bitch just rise up. And I took a picture of it like with my portrait mode with that, that like 3-second exposure thing. I made it like 10 seconds, whatever. You couldn't, if I showed you the picture, you wouldn't be able to tell if it was sunrise or moonrise.
Really?
It's like, it was so, I showed it to you, but you were blacked out.
Yeah.
Anything that happened to John that Saturday, blacked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the best one. This is...
Dude, we had to get up at 7:30 to start drinking whiskey. I was fucking hammered.
That's the move.
That's crazy.
Like if you told me that was the sun coming up, you wouldn't like bat an eyelash. So yes, Whistle Pig's beautiful, but the reason I really did want to bring it up is to talk about your drinking and not what's the opposite of an intervention, like a motivation, like keep going, keep going. I think you might be the GOAT. I think you're the greatest of all time.
Why?
I think you're the greatest partier of all time. Because, so you're right. I mean, why didn't we just flip-flop the schedule?
I don't know.
We had games and stuff to play,
Yeah.
and we had to do drinking, tasting, and we just decided to do the tasting at like 8 a.m. and the games in the afternoon. When it was socially acceptable to play games, we didn't, and when it's socially acceptable to drink, we didn't.
Yeah,
and so instead, everyone's like hammered in the middle of the morning. So we drank quite a bit. You drank, when I do the tastings, I'm kind of a pussy about it, just like sip a little bit. You guys had all six of your cups.
By 8:30 in the
So-
morning, I had 6 whiskeys.
6 whiskeys. Not even like shots, like full like 6 whiskey like pours. And so what happens with John is you do get shit-faced. It's not like you're one of those like he can drink forever and you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know. Definitely know. And I still do this to this day. I've been watching you drink for 15 years now. And I'm always like, John's going to have to go to bed in like an hour. John is going to be on his face any minute. But what you do is you come out of the gates hard, you get shit-faced, and then you plateau. And you plateau for hours. And even before the plateau, so we were drinking at like 9 hardcore. Then we did some other things, we shoot, whatever. Then it was probably like noon, 1 o'clock-ish. And I remember I was like gassed, and I kind of went and laid down for a minute. And I was like, I get up to go outside to socialize with everybody. And I was like, where's John going to be? Did he like make it to his bed, or is he going to just be like passed out on a lawn chair or like face down on the cornhole, field, whatever? I walk outside, you're fucking throwing the vortex playing You have to catch it with one hand.
Yeah.
So you're just zipping him and catching him, and I'm like, I know that he's blacked out.
And running laps.
And running laps if you drop it. There's the penalty you have to run. And then...
And I'd worked out that morning, too.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why you can do it, is the workouts. But, so you know, not only did you surprise me there, we get a text like the next day. I had to leave early. I had to go home for the birthday party. So, and then, not like we had to do like a lot of work, so we couldn't party the night before.
Yeah.
But that second night was like, we got nothing,
Right,
so
right.
let it rip. And I got a text from Jason being like, let me actually read it because it was a group text to me, you, and Will. He goes, oh, come on, just give me the group text. You know, I just fucking hate the way they do this. How come it's not?
That photo's amazing.
Anyway, and so Jason texts back like, talking about like the night, like the legendary night you had, and I was like, holy fuck, this guy went through till the night. Like it was 9 a.m. and
At what time we go to bed? Like after midnight, right?
that's insane, dude.
I wasn't there the second night.
No. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
Let me see when this picture was taken.
Because it was like a
that's what time
midnight.
we went to bed.
The video was like a late 11.
11:25.
Yeah, 11:30. I was gonna
This is
say
right
like
after.
just an absolute preposterous idea that you were still drinking.
What's funny is the night
That
before we were up till 2 a.m. like trying to play pool. We couldn't sink a ball, but we were also like just sipping on the 18-year out the bottle.
Yeah.
Here it was. I found it. He goes, gentlemen, just want to thank you for your time and effort in the partnership, but more importantly, our friendship, which is what I was saying about whiskey, Whistle Pig. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, partnership, advertising, but like, no, we're friends. I like them. And he says, fights. Your performance last night was legendary. Every time I thought you were done, you rallied back like a warrior. That's what I said. I said, dude, fights must have been like Rocky last night. He was hammered by noon. Because what happens, it is a Rocky match. What happens is it's like round one, and it's like, and John's just like, boom, 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 and you're hammered by the second round, and that's when I'm like, this shit's over. Like I'm gonna have to do, whatever we have to do by myself, or I'll just keep the party going, or I'll do the show by whatever it may be, and then you plateau, like I said. So then rounds like 2 to 10, you're still hammered, but you're still going, and then everyone else starts to falter, and maybe not in this case because. Eventually, someone's got to die.
Everyone went to bed.
Well, right,
I
so,
did. I
yeah,
got a
yeah.
little nap in,
So
like-
usually then what happens is like, oh man, I'm hammered and I got to go home, and you're still there. You outlast the competition, and by the very end of the night, it's Rocky and Apollo, and you're both throwing punches. Like who's gonna go down last?
At one point-
I actually didn't watch the full. I just saw.
I didn't watch it. I was
when your head was
embarrassed.
tipping back.
I saw it a
So
little bit,
play
yeah.
me that video because I didn't know that you were laying face down on the wood. That's very funny. This I've seen a million times before. The head bob and the stretch. And then you go right down. So I didn't even watch right here.
Peace, baby.
And the hand up, just like, yeah, I'm gonna snuggle in.
Before this.
That is where you're just.
Before that happened, we were playing darts, and I went up to Will, and I bet you $1,000 our team beats your team, and I took a dart and just threw it at the wall.
Just hit like the wall. Just
Yeah,
like,
I did
It was
fucking
me,
Venmo Will in the
Jackie.
morning. Like, you're gonna get $1,000. Yeah.
It was me, Jackie, and Fights versus the Bussin' guys, and we're playing baseball darts, 9 innings.
Yeah, I mean,
by the
which is
third
hard.
inning.
Yeah. If you can see the board, let alone if you're fucking blacked out and just whipping it at the wall.
He just grabbed it out of my hand and whipped it.
And these are also people like we know Will. We've probably maybe had a couple cocktails with him here and there, but he's never seen you he's never
No.
seen you perform.
No.
Yeah, they got a full dose of KFC radio. Getting kissed on the lips, getting blackout drunk. There was a lot.
I handed Fights a cig like right before all
so many
this.
cigs were ripped.
I handed him a cig while he's in the chair, and for about 25 minutes, he smoked an unlit cig. I just looked over and he was
Better than
better than you,
smoking
man.
the reverse side. Because
Yeah.
I've dealed
Oh,
with
yeah.
that before.
Yes.
You like
Oh, yeah.
the filter?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I did that not with the cigarette, but when we were smoking with Bert, it was like a roach. It was like down to the very last, and I was like, because he had those filter. That's the worst. But just puffing on the. I love that.
I was inside. I didn't want to be disrespectful.
And that's like I'm trying to quit. I just need like. But nobody can do it like you. And then you throw in some PEDs, like forget about it. He'll go for fucking 24 hours and it's unstoppable.
that was a PED free day.
Yeah, that was natural.
Yeah,
that was fucking natural, man.
was
That's
just-
Babe Ruth doing it on hot dogs and whiskey.
It was 17 hours.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's a full 17 hour of and we're drinking like hard whiskey. It's And I'll tell you what, if it was the piggyback cans, you would have been done by 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Somehow those are harder than the whiskey. But yeah, man, it's impressive and it's amazing, and I want you to keep doing it because you're doing it at a rate that, like, you know.
I don't have much longer in me.
Well, that's
Like,
the thing.
don't worry
I think
about
you
that.
do because I think it would have happened by now.
What?
I think you would have like
Died.
no, well, you know. I think by 33, right?
23.
You would have been like the hangovers have started to set in,
Yeah.
or I can't do it, or
I definitely had a bit of a hangover yesterday.
I would sincerely hope so.
It wasn't bad, but like I mean,
Fuck you, man.
I went to the bar.
I want to. I want to feel. What you feel.
I went and I had 6 beers.
I want to know what you feel because I want to know if like maybe you're just a like you
I
are,
do think that there is I do have. I've been told by
Higher
doctors
threshold?
I have a very high pain tolerance.
but
'cause-
pain's
but,
different
like-
than like I want to puke and my head hurts and
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
mad
get
at
that.
myself and
I don't
'cause,
get
like,
nauseous.
Usually for a
I don't think I've ever puked hungover.
yeah, that's I don't puke from drinking. I puke from being hungover. Well, when I was in my like prime days, I could just drink, and then the next day I would puke. This is though, like, are you just sitting there like your head hurts and everything, you get the bad breath and shit, and you don't care, or you just don't feel that?
I think I always say, like, I'm not like one of the people who are like, I don't get hangovers. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
I
feel
get them, I
different.
just
I
don't
know
care.
I drank.
Yeah.
But
Well, now, you know, you also get your Revitolite going.
get the Revitolite going for sure. But the yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't really get a headache. I get wet brain. Wet
Just like
brain.
you're stupid.
Yeah, I have wet
Well,
brain
let
right
me
now.
tell you something, bro.
From
You're just stupid.
that is my lingering effect of
Yeah.
drinking. It's not really like I'm not sick. I'm not really.
That's why I'm
but,
saying
like,
you're
it's
built
hard
for
for me to
this.
formulate sentences right now.
It's almost like you know, like Manny Ramirez is like an absolute dope moron. But he's a savant at baseball. You know, he knows what pitch is coming. He can think about you know, he remembers every pitch, every pitcher, every style, every. You know, it's just like you with drinking. You're an absolute fucking dummy, but you can drink. And you know, like Bert Kreischer. Well, I was gonna say can drink more than you. Like maybe not. I don't know. If you set your mind to it, I think you could probably go toe to toe with like the Joey Chestnuts of the drinking world, whoever that is, whoever can like drink the most.
Yeah.
But it's also more about like the
would-
stamina and the performance, and you're funny still. Like you're not like anybody can just fucking keep hammering them and you're puking on people. And you're- like for the most part, you're still together. You know. I know all your tells. I can tell when you're drunk. But
Yeah.
like regular people. Would be
You
like,
could tell. I remember like early on in our like friendship, you were like I know what.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple tells that I will never tell the world. You got to figure them out on your own. But they're all little things that I'm like, okay, he's drunk. Whereas like the regular public wouldn't know, so they don't know. I can be like, oh, guys, John's blacked out. And it's like you maybe acting a little goofy or whatever, but there is this one thing that you do, and I can't do it myself. But it's when your voice starts to go a little bit, and I love it because remember the moment we had after Khan's wedding? We went back to our
Yeah.
spot. It was just me and you,
Yeah.
and we were just having a conversation about being drunk, and we were both just like howling laughing,
Yeah.
and it was so funny. And when it's genuine laughter, because that's part of when you're a great drunk to be around because it's very funny. It's not you don't fight at all or anything like that, you know. So it's all laughs. And your laugh is contagious, but you do this thing where your voice is kind of gone and you kind of cackle. You're just like, and it's a very boisterous laugh, and it just you could be dead sober, and all of a sudden you're doing a drunk laugh too. It is just don't change, man. Don't change. And usually a lot of what happens is people get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It can go both ways, but usually it's a guy thing. Let's be honest. And that relationship makes them stop for whatever reason, whether it's just like she sucks or he sucks, or you're just doing different things with your time, and then you have kids, and that certainly changes it. But just stay.
Yeah, I'm pretty selfish,
Stay
so
where
that'll
Billy
be.
Madison just stay here forever. It's almost like people talk about like a bucket list. You know, I want to go see like the Mona Lisa before I die. I want to see the Amalfi Coast and the Great Barrier Reef and the Eiffel Tower, and everybody should witness John drink for a day. This
This is really nice, guys. I thought we were gonna have a different talk today.
No, it's Man on Fire, dude. It's Christopher Walken. No, I told you straight up. It's the opposite of that. Why don't you keep going? Well, I'll call it it's the opposite of intervention. It's a laissez-faire. I'm staying out. You know what I mean? Let you do your thing. It's Christopher Walken in Man on Fire. A man can be an artist in anything, food, whatever. John's art is drinking, and at Whistlepig, I don't want. He painted his masterpiece. Maybe not his masterpiece, but it's up there. Again, no PEDs too. Like
Nope.
as far as natural,
That was sober.
and that was me sober. Imagine me on substances. That was just, and when you're around civilians, they're like, they must be like, what the fuck is going on? I would love to know what their what their thought process was. Just picture this, because we rolled with Will Compton's crew, and the boy Taylor Lewan didn't make it because apparently he's turned into a male model.
Yeah.
So he's off doing male model.
That was crazy. He looked handsome as hell. We both like
Beautiful eyes.
immediately replied to the tweet.
You said it too?
I said someone took their handsome pills today. Like, it was,
Yeah. I was like, when did you turn into a fucking male
You
model?
guys tweeted that within like 30 seconds of each other.
You're so gay.
I was like, I don't think
You're so
they
gay.
planned that. Yeah.
They were so gay, but he wasn't there. But the rest of the the bussin' with the boys' crew was down there, who are all awesome. Those guys are a great addition.
Yeah, I
I've
like
already
that.
known that like business wise, but some people come in and they fit, and other people come in and they don't even try or whatever. Those guys are like a really good fit.
When they were walking around, they were just going around the entire Wispig campus, making up their own frisbee golf
they were
course.
just whacking things with the
yeah.
frisbees. That tree, that pole. That
Like I walked out and I heard a giant bang, and they were throwing it off the street sign. They're like, "All right, what's the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get it up
Yeah.
by the pigs!" And like
Yep.
they just kept going. It was
just
great.
the ultimate gang of just like dudes.
yeah.
Just bros.
It is very fun.
We did a barrel rolling thing for the video. I think had we not done it for the video, they eventually would have like come up with that themselves. Like just dumb shit like that. Let's see how far we can throw
Definitely.
this. Let's see how heavy we can pick things up. Let's see who wins in a fight, and let's take our shirts off before we do it. That's why when we were doing our tour, and like. And people have probably seen the picture by now, but if not, we'll put the picture in the YouTube and the video in the YouTube. But at one point, we like knelt down to like get a picture, like with the bottles right there, and I just learned. I leaned and I kissed Will on the cheek, and
I thought you got him on the mouth.
no, well, so do you not remember this? You were blacked out.
Yeah.
Okay, so at first I kissed him on the cheek, and that I thought was funny enough.
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah.
Right,
And then you turned and you got him on the
I
mouth.
think it was 3. I think
There were 3,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I think they
Well, at that point, he's kissing back.
Well, so I don't think they got the camera on the first shot. So then I said, let's do it again. And then I thought to myself, fuck, I should have done the trick where you turn your head the last second. So then I said, let's do it again and get John in there, because John wasn't in that picture. And I think at that point, Will was probably like, we don't need to do this 3 times.
Yeah.
But he was like, okay, cool. And that's when I did the head turn. That's a classic, like, I'm going to kiss rape you.
Yeah,
move,
yeah.
Like when a guy's trying to fuck a girl and he's like, I want to make out with you. And they're like, no. And I'm like, all right, how about just a kiss on the cheek? And the girl's like, okay. And then you go, bah. But, it was like, I tweeted him. I said, "Listen, my audience knows I'm gay. What about yours? What are the bussin' gang think about Slick Willie, Big Will Compton
that's a
playoff
locker
Will
room
kissing dude?
shit,
Yeah,
dude.
that is true. That is.
You guys had a classic, you know how I know you're gay on
Yeah.
Twitter after that, which I haven't seen since 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, he goes. Do you know how I know you're gay? You kiss with your eyes open. Because I wanted to make sure I got it. So the still shot of me is like, and I was like, you know how I know you're gay? You kiss back, bro. I felt those lips do some smooching on me. That wasn't a solo thing. Came out so good, the live photo. Pow! Gotcha, bitch! So between that, they got like that side of KFC Radio, and they watched John, put on this masterclass of drinking. Jackie was hammered for Friday Night Pints. That was a beautiful thing. Jackie, though, let's talk about it. Jacked Up Edition right now is brought to you by Roman. Jackie has a great idea. We have 6 ads. I got to get this fucking ads. Shit. Jackie, brought to you by Roman. Jackie, if anybody's gonna have sex with Jackie, they better last long enough, right, girl? Am I right, Jackie? You better last longer than just a couple minutes, okay? And I feel like Jackie, you should roll around with Roman swipes and be like, here, bud, you're gonna need it. What a move from a chick! Imagine if a chick was like, here. And you were like, "What's that?" Like, I don't need to wear condoms. And you're like, "No, it's not a condom. What is it?" It's like, you're gonna need it.
I would like that. No, I don't need to wear condoms. Oh no,
no.
None for me, thank you.
None for me, thank you. I love that.
Well, like I said before at the bonfire, I fucking.
Oh, that was the
Yeah.
best. That was the
don't-
best.
Jackie had the line of the
Right
weekend.
now.
Jackie,
Line of
yeah.
the weekend. We'll tell you in a second. But if you're gonna have sex with Jackie or anybody else, you gotta make sure you last long enough in bed, and you gotta do it with Roman swipes. The easiest and best way to do it, because all you gotta do is open up this little towelette, rub it on your dick, and it desensitizes you. That you can still feel things and still enjoy it and still keep your dick hard, but you'll last 20, 30, who knows, 40% longer. And you can train yourself. The more you do it, the better you get, the longer you last. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, shoot, I don't have my Roman swipes on me. It's all good. It's like Mr. Miyagi, man. It's like he trained you. He taught you. You're ready for this moment. Do it on your own, and your dick will actually not come super fast. You feel like it's the dick's fault or the ball's fault when you come?
Dick.
It's the dick because that's where the feeling is coming from. But also, don't you think the dick could be like, hey, balls,
Keep it
locked up.
Yeah, keep it back.
I'll
there for
let
it.
you know when. You know, I think really what must be going on is the dick. I'd like to imagine that the dick and the balls have like a feud going on almost. And he's like, I'm gonna get that cum. You know, like the dick wants to come out of the balls, and the balls is trying to keep it, and the dick's like, I'm gonna trick you into opening up that fucking wall. You know, that's what I think's going on.
Yeah.
How about this?
The dick and balls are at odds with each other.
Yes,
eh?
exactly. The dick and balls is like Ben and Jerry, Tom and Jerry, the cats, the cat and the mouse. Like fucking, it's a little game, and the dick has been winning for millennia, and then along comes the balls. They're like, hey, I got this Roman swipe, and the dick's like, no, it's the Roman swipe again. Fuck. Anyway, here's what I was talking about. After 1 month of using the swipes, men last 3 minutes. After the second month of using the swipe, 5.5 minutes. That's a 340% increase.
That is
You trying to get fucked 340% better, girl? I got you. So go to getroman.com/KFC to get your first month of Roman swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. That's getroman.com/KFC. Jackie Nick kind of set it up perfectly. We needed a couple extra people, so it was me, John, and Will for Pints, obviously the host of the show. And then it was like JP is their producer, editor, but also like half content guy, and Jackie's our half content girl. So they slid in, and Jackie was hammered. Just ham-faced. And but in a
it
good
obvious?
way. Huh?
Was it that obvious?
I shouldn't say hammered, but you were just
Okay,
fucking
yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
There was a lot of like, hey, let me, I got this, you know, like hands out and like I'm talking right now, because like we say, it was funny because I introduced JP as the star of Bussin' with the Boys to fuck with Will, and then I had to introduce Jackie, and it was like, and she's the star of KSC Radio. She's running the show here. So Jackie has a new thing that I think is gonna work. You can't push it too much. It's like, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah.
But I do like this scale because the world loves scales. They love the 0 to 10 scale. They love the binary 0, 1. They love all these different ways to rank people. She's a New York, Chicago 2 is a New York 10, all that shit.
Yeah.
So Jackie's new rating system is sex positions. But she only has 2 of them. She just has missionary, and then she just kept saying over and over again, binding wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I don't know. Because like,
Over
when
and
I was
over.
just
You had doggy too.
Yeah. Doggy was the
too,
good.
no.
So her point was, if you're texting with a guy and he's like very boring and not like witty and funny, she would say to her girls, he texts missionary. And what you want
Which I do.
is you want a guy to text you doggy, where it's just like, it's good, it's kinky, it's fun, but it's not crazy. And then you can go too far with it. And her example for too far was binding and wheelbarrow.
It's
and
like, what's like the most like extraneous, you know? Like,
yeah,
it's
no, I
just-
mean, I know though. You definitely get the point. It was just funny that I thought by the 5th time I was like, I think Jackie gets fucked in the wheelbarrow binding position a lot. I don't know what's going on here.
I think that if you had me list every sex position I know, I don't think I know of the wheelbarrow. I don't think I would have thought to write it down. And say it.
Well,
I think I'd been like, oh yeah. I saw that one in a movie once.
Well, I asked her. I kept saying, "Give me the rest of the scale," because then it'll, She couldn't think of any other. Like, she had no others.
Well,
it was
it's
just.
not
It just
something
goes
that's
from missionary to doggy to binding wheelbarrow. By the way, when I was growing up, I learned it was called the Hoover maneuver in my day, because it's like vacuuming. Like you're like holding the person like a vacuum.
Oh, wheelbarrow's
wheelbarrow.
like that?
That's what I was thinking. What's the
I
wheelbarrow?
would think you're on. I think in my mind, the lady is on their shoulders on a wheelbarrow.
The lady is on their
But I
shoulders.
guess no, she's probably like on her hands.
Yeah, like my.
Like, I'm basically doing the heavy lifting. I got your legs
that's what I'm
up.
thinking.
like-
You're holding the legs.
but I had it backwards. I had it like where like she'd be up. Is it which is a way
I
it
was
can be
thinking
done?
like how you do like wheelbarrow races.
But it's the
Like,
girl's leg.
Yeah,
the girl's legs.
Yeah.
yeah.
And she's
I
it's
would
doggy, but on your
No,
legs.
that's what I
I
But
would
your
think-
face is down, your hands are holding you
Yeah,
up, or your
I'm
elbows, or
not
whatever.
I've never done
But you're talking
It's
about
just an arm workout for everyone.
yeah. You're saying the guy would be on his back or something?
No. She would be on her back.
Uh-huh.
The lady.
Uh-huh.
But like the guy would be holding up the legs. It's just like
So just flip over.
yeah, it's just flipped over.
Yeah, got it. But I think to have
I think that
well,
way
when you
works.
do a wheelbarrow race, it's
Yes.
it's holding legs and hands. So I think it's just wheelbarrow, but 6. But what would be? So let's make our list.
Okay.
So missionary is like,
But like, there's
you
not
have
that
no.
many versions of texting. Like, I feel like you only need 3. is the
Well, but
thing.
that's to be. Yes, you're probably right. But no, there's got to be some nuance. It's like, okay, they both text really good. They're both dog eating. No. One's got to be. I think you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
5 to have a system.
Okay.
I
So I think
you're
you
not
need
wrong.
2 more. Because binding wheelbarrow is the top. Which I might shoot for. I might try to be like, I'm going to wheelbarrow text this bitch.
But I also think that it's not even just texting. I think it's just like you could use it for anything.
Yeah, anything. I mean, anything that you want to. It'll probably be, mostly about dating a guy or whatever, but
Like
he
their
can dress
game.
a certain way. He
Yeah.
could have game in person in a good way. This is his game when he's texting. I guess it gets weird when it's his actual sex game.
Yeah.
Because could you fuck somebody doggy style in the scale, missionary? Like his doggy style fuck is
Yeah.
missionary.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can get really, and vice versa. His missionary might be awesome. So you want the missionary.
Wheelbarrow.
Yeah. I think the list has to then go missionary, girl on top, girl,
I
reverse
can't believe we
cowgirl.
never thought of a
Reverse
better
cowgirl.
name for that.
I know, there's nothing. Well, I guess
Girl.
it's cowgirl. and
Girl.
reverse
Oh,
cowgirl.
yeah.
So I guess it would
Okay,
go
you're right.
missionary, cowgirl, reverse cowgirl,
But how
doggy.
can his game be cowgirl?
That's what I mean. That's what maybe we need a different. What are the positions for guys? Everything is where the girl is really going, right? The girl's on her hands and knees. The girl's on her back. The girl's holding herself with her hands while she's bound. The girl, there's not many, except for Amazon. That's why Amazon's funny, because the guy is the one getting fucked. The guy's never getting fucked unless you're like pegging or doing Amazon.
Maybe that's like the top.
Yeah, wait, what, pegging or the Amazon? The X Factor is preposterous.
That looks like definitely a realistic sexual position.
Yeah, that's the thing about these things. They're so silly, That one's tough because you gotta have a big dick for that. The cowboy. Whoa! Let's go.
So it could
go
be
back to the
cowgirl
cowboy.
slash
Go
cowboy.
back to the cowboy for a second, Read that off. What's mine is yours. What's yours is mine. One and for all.
What the fuck
okay.
is
I
this?
just wanted to be like, here's how you do it. But I guess it's pretty obvious. You just. But wait, that's.
I don't get it.
How are his
Oh, that's
legs?
just her legs are inside of your legs instead of the outside. When you're doing missionary, she just has her legs out and you're in the middle. Instead, you're on top of her like cowgirl. You're a cowboy.
That's a wild move, dude. That move is loose.
That's
one you
some
have
of these-
after a couple glasses of wine.
yeah. Well, a lot of these like
What the hell? That's one
that's
person.
the prone bone. Oh yeah, self-loving. That's what they're talking about though. Girls can do that, I guess. The champagne room. That's funny. That's a good one. Terrible. Get out of here. I am not trying to lift your ass up.
I'll go lift.
For the effect, or you enjoy it. Like there's no way it feels
fucking
good.
effect, dude.
Yeah, there's no
Come
way it's
on.
like this.
Dude,
actually
I do the
enjoyable.
whole fucking production for
For
the
effect.
effect.
Yeah. Like, this feels just as good. I'm doing the whole thing because I want to see things and touch things. And,
Everything is for the effect.
Yeah.
There is
No, that's
nothing. Nothing I enjoy about it.
That is really so true. Like, and I don't know if it's the same for girls. I guess because listen, the premier position, chicks are just looking at the fucking wall. That sucks, man. Like reverse cowgirl's a big thing because the guy's like, damn, I can see your asshole and I'm smacking your ass and all that. You're just looking at the wall. I remember a girl when we were,
Looking at your fucking feet, dude. I'll fucking stick them under the sheets. Get out of here. Look at my fucking
remember-
disgusting ass feet, dude.
a friend of mine-
This is mortifying.
Look at those
You're
hot-
just gonna stare at my feet, dude.
Can you imagine a drunk girl just like she comes out of her blackout and she's like, am I fucking a hobbit? Is this a human I'm on top of? I do remember a
the
girl.
socks stay on during sex.
Give me some slippers. I know a girl when we were younger. She was fucking a younger guy, and he mentioned to her that he had never had a girl ride a reverse cowgirl. And so she was like, I'm going to blow this guy's mind tonight. Like, I'm going to do it. I guess she was kind of, like, nervous about it, too, whatever. So she got a little drunk. And she said she woke up and, like, was trying to piece together the whole night. And, like, did she fuck him? How she fucked him? All that. And then she, like, all of a sudden, she said she just had a flash of 2 feet. And she was like, I did it. Mission accomplished. But, yeah, you're not looking at much. I think guys are like, I want to see all these different parts and all these different places. And I want to see the cum here and all that. And girls, it's just like, just don't move. Just stay still while I fuck. You know? Stay still while I ride you, and then you can do whatever you want. You dumb simpleton motherfucker. You want to see the product? It's like fireworks. It's honestly like fireworks. You've seen this a million times before, right? Once you fucked a bunch of chicks, you fucked a bunch of chicks. But it's like, but I want to see that one and those. I want to see that face look like, the pretzel. What are we doing here? I can't even tell what's up and down with these little figures.
These are not very helpful.
The Kama
images.
Sutra, let me tell you this about the Kama Sutra. If you're going to do a Kama Sutra position, it needs to be on a night where you tell your partner, hey, let's do the Kama Sutra tonight. You can't just be like, hey, hang on. When you're having sex, you're like, you tell someone, flip over or come this way, you pull them around. When you're like, okay, just hang on, let me just put it this way. It's like, what are you doing? But if you say to them, hey, we're going to try out the Kama Sutra tonight, people get, they get their stretch on. They're like, all right, got to get ready for the pretzel dive. What the fuck are we doing here? So anyway, I think it should go missionary, cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, doggy, pile driver, binding wheelbarrow.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's 6, but it's like, because I think the wheelbarrow is too much. Yeah, but it's also like, but I can,
Maybe on someone's birthday.
like I think doggy is the. that is funny. It's like, it's your birthday. It's my birthday. Will you like sacrifice some vertebrae for me, please? And that's all just regular. That's just like P and the B, right? It's not. It's just the positions you're doing it. Because I think like a pile driver texter might be like, if doggy's the sweet spot, pile driver might be like, he's a little bit too much, but whatever, we're okay. And then binding wheelbarrow, you're like, I'm out. And that way, doggy can be I guess so. Reverse cowgirl is right in the middle. There's 2 on either side.
3,
No, there's a 2.5. Anyway, I think that's your.
But like the original thought was like if he's being like really funny over text, and you could just be like, he's fucking wheelbarrowing me over text right now, like that.
Wait, so that's good then.
But then
you
so then
you
I
said
go back and
wheelbarrow
forth.
binding's too much.
Can you wait? So then I go back and forth between being like, okay, but also like I don't. It's like the same for the show.
get
Like I don't want
wheelbarrow.
too much because then like some people are so much better over text than they are in person. Then that's not cool. So then I don't want. So it's like this whole thing. So then I have not worked out the scale yet. I
Okay,
guess.
in that case, I think binding wheelbarrow needs to be like, because there's bad, like missionary, meaning it kind of goes up and then down. It's not like it just keeps getting better.
Right.
It's like this sucks and this sucks.
Yeah.
And one is just quiet and the other one is like, I'm gonna fucking, they're saying they got. If you text the word gape, you're probably in wheelbarrow binding situation. So I think that should be bad, but I guess it's up to you and the ladies. So the girls and the people who take dicks probably need to make this list more so than the fellas.
I'll reconvene with my girls and we'll see what they think of the scale.
And what's funny for guys is that like doggy is like, if we had to make our own scale, like doggy's like bare minimum. You know what I mean? We're talking, what's too far on our list? What's the binding wheelbarrow for fellas? It's like
That Army Hammer shit.
I'll let you know when I find it.
speaking of a what?
I'll still let you know when I find it.
Yeah, we haven't found that yet. TBD. Speaking of Army Hammer, we got to talk about him and whatever else is going on in the news this weekend. I feel like it was a big news weekend. Brought to you by Allbirds. The news out of the sneaker game is that Allbirds is the sneaker that you got to have, whether you're talking working out, going to work, going on dates, just chilling. These are the type of sneakers you need that are versatile for any sort of life experience, whether you are like a CEO tech giant or you're just like the average guy kicking it. Allbirds has you covered. It's perfect for the spring and summer months. They also have like Sherpa like inside lined sneakers that you can wear for the fall. But right now, in the spring and summer, it is wheelhouse for Allbirds. They've got the Tree Runners. It's like the perfect. You know what the Tree Runners is great for? If you're traveling. Like when we went to Whistlepig this weekend, it was like I don't want to just bring like sandals or Crocs or something like that. We're like we're gonna be doing some summer shit, so maybe we'll be on the water or on a boat. I could just bring my sandals or slippers or whatever. But I also need like a shoe in case we go out. But do I bring like high tops, Jordans, my leather, other brands? It's like. Boom, Tree Runner. It's like the perfect shoe. You can put it in and it will cover you for every scenario that you'll be, wherever you end up traveling. You can wear these everywhere you go. Allbirds.com, ALLBIRDS.com. Something I loved that you did when you hosted. You're like, I'm not going to spell it because if you can't spell it, you're dumb. You don't deserve this. If you can't spell all and birds, and that, who ruined it is the jerk-offs who make their URL something stupid.
Yeah.
All is spelled like AWL and birds is spelled like BUR. And then now it's like, I have to specify how to spell the two easiest words in the English language because some dickheads over here thought of a stupid URL. It's allbirds.com. You know how to find it, and if you don't, shut up. Before we even do Army Hammer, we do have to give Jackie's line of the weekend.
Yeah.
Because as we were talking about... was there a camera on you for that? Oh, fuck. She just kind of did one of these like, Jackie's line of the weekend. Great. How did that come about? Because I think everybody was hazy at that point. That was around the fire. I was stoned to the moon. Everybody was kind of drunk. So I don't even know how that materialized.
Because we were like, I was like, fuck, I haven't done expenses. So we were like, all right, Monday, expenses time. And then I was like, I was going through my checklist. I was like, I need to call my guy now because that's another thing.
Oh, that was the second funniest line. It was like, we're doing expenses, and we got the podcast, and then Jackie was like, and I need my gyno. The way she dropped that, like, it was just like two or three things in a row. Like, I need to edit, we need to record, we got to do expenses, and Jackie's like, and I need to call my gyno.
This is TMI, but the
whole show is TMI.
I've been avoiding the gyno because I have my ovaries feel like they're going to pop. There's something wrong. I don't know if it's a cyst. I don't know if it's cancer. But I was taking a walk yesterday. I had to sit down because my ovaries, literally, I thought they were going to burst.
What does that
I
mean?
don't
Like
know.
right here?
I just were like,
no, but like right here hurts?
Yeah.
Like kind of like your lower...
So I'll keep you all updated on that.
I mean, if she's not just morphing slowly into the show, it's Vecna, dude.
I just watched. I got that now.
Do you ignore your doctor because it might be like something fatally wrong and you just don't want to confirm it? Dude, boy, do I have the show for you. Look at her. She's going to...
So, anyways, it might burst this week if I don't get like an appointment ASAP.
Yeah.
So,
But you said because we started laughing when you said it, and you went, guys, you're laughing, but if I don't get to the guy and I don't get this IUD, I'm gonna get pregnant.
Yeah. So wait, because you haven't gone to the gyno at all, you don't have your ID?
I don't have my ID because I was like, yeah.
Do you have to go?
So I got it out.
No, but like how? Yeah, explain to me how that works.
So I had an IUD. It expired. Got it.
Expired. Okay. So
Expired.
how long does that last?
It's either 3, 5, 7, or 10 years. So.
Oh, years.
So I got.
I thought this was a month thing.
No.
I'm not trusting a little wishbone that you put in 10 years ago.
Bro,
Fuck that.
I think you have been trusting those.
Yeah.
I think over the course of your life, you've trusted those many a time.
Probably. I think I've been strictly girls on the pill, man. I'm old. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know many IUD chicks. I feel like a lot of the
'cause
girls
you
in
can
my
feel it,
wheelhouse
so I guess you
are.
would know.
You can feel it?
You
Yeah.
can feel the strings.
You can feel it with your dick or with your hands?
One time
I definitely have not then. I've
I
never
had a
felt
guy who
this.
was like, "What's tickling me right now?"
He said that?
Those are my strings.
So like the tip is just rubbing against a little plastic thing?
No, it's there's strings.
Ooh,
And it like
I kinda-
just tickles the tip.
I gotta fuck a girl with an IUD. That sounds like a little sex toy. You got little like curtains hanging in your pussy that just kind of like.
It's not like hanging out, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't really remember. I was fucking drunk one time.
No.
And I was like fingering a girl before we had intercourse. And like I'm 99% sure. I think this is
Pulled that shit out?
like crazy. I think I pulled it out.
Mm-hmm.
and I had
Is that possible, Jackie, or would that hurt
No,
like a motherfucker?
if you pulled out, like I had a friend who thought she was pulling out a tampon string and pulled out her IUD and she passed out from the pain and the blood. Like it's like the most painful. I had
it
them
get-
Oh, really?
insert it
Okay,
wrong,
so maybe
and
I
I
would
was
do
like,
it.
Do you
throwing
put
up
it in, or
pain.
did the doctor puts it in?
The doctor puts it in.
I don't know.
I mean, I'll
It's
tell you
like-
what. I pulled
So it-
something out of this girl,
Okay.
Either she left like a turkey wishbone up there, or
and she's a real one. And she's like, "Fucking just throw it over there."
wow, what a woman, what a broad.
I
So
don't
wait,
know. I don't know what it was. So
I
it
mean,
might.
it could. Like,
well, let's
there's-
hope it was an IUD. Otherwise, what's she stashing up in that
Yeah,
thing?
like I mean, I guess it could have been a tampon.
Is it a
I
Lego?
would know a tampon.
Did you
I would
you
know
pack
a
your
tampon.
Legos in there? Do you have you got a coin purse to
I would
keep some dimes?
definitively
in?
be sure. Like I'm like, okay, that's a tampon.
Right,
But it
right.
wasn't that. It was
Right.
something. I was like, what the fuck? Just throw it over there. Like, just
Keep
fuck
fucking
me.
But so when the doctor does it, do they like like it's a procedure, or it's just kind of like you close
Well,
your
it's
eyes,
like
and go
they
back
like.
on?
Oh my God, Paps.
Whoa, what the hell?
It's just
Oh
a-
yeah, I've
it's
seen
just
this on
a-
TikTok.
Yeah, it's just like a little.
You've seen
whatever.
this on TikTok.
But I had them like insert
Wait,
it
start from
wrong
the
one
beginning again?
time.
I'm so interested in this. I can't believe this little thing stops you from getting pregnant.
It is the most painful thing. You're bedridden for a day.
Really?
Well, like I mean, I had them like the 2 times I've done it, they fucked up both times. So like,
Oh,
I
so it
was-
just plugs the tunnel there.
it's so painful. You guys don't even know. It's so painful.
yeah, you're right, guys. We don't even know. We don't know. I mean, what the Girls Got to Eat had a doctor on their show who specializes in birth control, and the girls, Raina was like, "How far away from male birth control are we?" And the doctor was basically like, "We're already here. It's just that we can't get it approved because we can't get a test group because men won't do it because there's side effects, and the side effects are like." You lose your sex drive, low testosterone, it fucks with your hormones, it can fuck with your body temperature and all that, and men are saying no. Do you know what the side effects from testing from female birth control are? The same shit! They just agree to do it. We're just like, no. We won't even try this out
Like,
for you to approve it.
We already have birth control. Why do I need it?
Yeah. We already do birth control. It's called The Woman Takes Care.
Plus,
of It.
also, like, honestly, like, I mean, guys, we kind of fucked it up because we're not very trustworthy. And if I told a girl, we don't need to use a condom, I'm on male birth control, she'd be like, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah. and you know what we really would fuck up is, you know, when a girl, like, they set the alarm on their phone because like,
Yeah.
if I take it 1 minute late, we're going to get
Oh,
pregnant.
by the
I'd
way,
be like,
speaking of
oh, it's
that-
been like 4 days.
Speaking of that, the fucking, a very cool move. I mean, it sucks, but it's funny. I think when we passed out, I think the busing guy set our alarms.
Oh, wow.
So, like, because Jackie sent a text to me and Paz being like, why is my alarm going off at 7 a.m.? And I was like, mine's going off too.
Wow.
So I
Because
think
I also passed out. They
They went in your phone and set it for you?
I don't know how they would have unlocked my phone,
Siri, you
They
can
just
just go
put it to your
Siri, set
face.
my alarm for
but
7 a.m.
I don't have Siri.
Just put it up to your drunk face, no?
But I think your eyes need to be open.
Really?
They need to prop my eyes open.
Your eyes need to be open.
You can just set an alarm without logging into somebody's phone.
Siri, set my
I just
alarm
opened it
for
with my
7
eyes
a.m.
closed, though.
Just shit like this. Boom. Didn't have to unlock.
Oh! I didn't know that. I don't know if I have that. Whatever. But the point is, I think they fucking did it.
I think it went with my eyes closed.
They were.
But
which
yeah,
is-
that's a cool move.
yeah.
Except
It's a
when
real
looking at your-
fucking dickhead
Looking at
move,
your
but
fucking dick pics.
It's a funny move.
going through
though.
your phone, being like, I would have set your alarm and like taken a picture of my dick or something like that. It's like someone's been here. Look at this guy, fucking just dead to the world, face down. Oh, Jackie, what is on that? What's on your head?
There's a prosciutto wrapped in
Prosciutto. He said. That's hilarious. Jackie, you went hard too. You're just like John.
Yeah, I just
say it all
can't
the time.
hang, I guess.
What?
I said I just can't hang, I guess.
No, that's what I mean. You like for a girl. And like your size, remember that when Jackie was talking about like how small she is, like she's a freak, like Hobbit, she's like 5'6" or whatever.
No, I didn't say. No, I just said yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the you guys don't understand. If I don't get this IUD, I'm gonna get pregnant. Brought the fucking house down. That was
Okay, after
fire.
this, I'm gonna call my guy now. Actually.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple more things from the news world. Army Hammer. I said it on 1 Minute Man. Ordinarily, I would have told you accused cannibal and basically like sexual abuser. Pretty much rock bottom for the titles you can have and the reputation you can have.
Sure.
He one upped it. He
What
went.
is
He
it?
went a little further than rock bottom. He is a timeshare salesman in the Cayman Islands.
Why is that? That sounds dope. Why is that?
Being the guy who sells you timeshares? Is
I
like,
mean-
timeshares are like the biggest fucking
Oh,
scam,
huge scam.
like loser. I'm fake rich, like
But
hood rich.
I
like,
think that plays in the
like I
Cayman-
got a condo in the Caymans. Like, no, you don't, dude. Like, and he
you got
said
a Marriott Wharf fucking
That's
key
what I mean.
for
So-
fucking 6 days a year, bro.
Army Hammer's that guy. They said his
you
line
ever
was
seen-
like, it's he goes, it's $2,100 a week, which means it's $21,000 for like 10 vacations a year.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Being that guy,
What is
like,
in Sunny when the gang buys a timeshare?
yeah.
And he's like, so he does like, in the 1970s it cost blank for a vacation, and now like so if you extrapolate whatever
Yeah,
that is,
yeah.
it's like it stands to reason that in 10 years it might cost $35,000 to go on vacation, and they're like, that does make sense.
It works. It makes sense. I
That actually is one of my favorite episodes because
don't-
that's what Frank's stuck in the fucking the playground the whole time in his underwear. It's never explained. He's just in his underwear, the corkscrew in the playground. Never explained.
the only running Frank gag I love better than that is the episode where his nose is bleeding.
yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse. And by the end, he's got like surgical tape and his whole face is like swollen.
Have you ever seen the behind the scenes of that episode where he's stuck in the playground?
No.
They had to change his underwear. Because
For him?
Like, yeah.
Why?
Why, did he shit himself or something?
No, it was a matter of like they wanted a different look. So Charlie was the one that had to change
Bro,
it.
I will tell you this much. If I'm some sort of director or something, I don't care what my vision is. If it involves me looking down the barrel of Danny DeVito's gooch, I'm not fucking
Dude,
doing
what
it.
other underwear was he wearing? He only ever wears whitey tighties. Why would
That's,
they
I
switch
think,
it?
or it might have been like he had shorts on. They were like, all right, we got to switch him out. Like
Maybe
it was.
he had like his own like boxers on.
Yeah.
Frank wears whitey tighties. Come
Frank
on,
always-
tighty
yeah.
whities. Remember when Elio fucked up saying tighty whities and called it his tight white panties?
No.
He was doing a video. I think he had a thing going on where he was
yeah.
making his gambling videos at night when he just hangs out in his underwear. And he said something like, he was just like, Frank, I think he had Frankie. He shouted out Frankie in it. He was like, "We're gonna win this. I can't. I'm on vacation and like I'm a 4-0 and I'm the last 4 and I'm wearing my tight white panties." So good.
But yeah, I picture Army Hammer like I picture him like
There's pictures of him. I'll show you. You can picture him. There's pictures of him like walking into this little fucking sales building, and he's sitting across the desk from you, pitching you on scams. By the by, I've been saying by the way 1,000 times this episode. He not only was a Hollywood actor, he had like oil tycoon family money.
Yeah.
And they cut him out because he's a fucking cannibal.
Oh,
So
really?
he fumbled the bag. Like, forget about his career.
Yeah, we got to
That's
eat a few chicks
pennies
along the way,
compared-
though.
What?
Got to eat a few chicks along the way though.
Did in fact get to try human flesh. I did eat that ass, literally.
Maybe fucking worth it. Like,
I mean, he
imagine
is-
he's like, dude, I got no regrets.
Well,
Like
he
I
does-
lost $1 billion in a career and I sell came in like but dude,
Have you
flesh
ever
is
eaten?
fucking primo.
Have you ever had a fucking hot chick's thigh?
He's like,
Tell you what.
literally the best fucking meals I've ever had.
You know he didn't just stop.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Why do you think he's in the
we talk
Cayman
about
Islands
this.
now, dude?
Well, he already lived there, but because he was being a cannibal. But like I think his family lives there and shit too. Like,
He got oil money.
Number one fucking sign that there's a problem is if your husband makes you move to the Caymans. It's strictly illegal activity going on there. 100% illegal. So yeah, Army Hammer now the timeshare salesman. You fucking.
But
dick.
I for some reason I'm picturing him as Max Greenfield in The Big Short.
I don't really remember that.
It's Max Greenfield and the other guy. I forget. He's a famous actor too. But like they're just like very sleazy. Like they got the orange tan. The other dude I forget. He has such a great line. He's like, dude, last year I was a bartender. Now I have a boat.
Can you pull up? Is it easy to find that video we posted about a couple weeks ago with the Barstool Finance guys who were like, it was almost like a fucking. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? If not, it'll be
Yeah, I
hard to
think
find.
so.
Dude, like search for Stool Finance or whatever it is, because
So
these
one
guys, it was like Boiler Room 2022. They're popping bottles of champagne, being maybe it's not Stool Finance, but yeah, there is something endearing about like these guys being such dickheads, but they, it works for them. And
Yeah.
they're fucking like, yeah, man. Now I got a boat. That's fine.
Last year I
whatever.
was a bartender.
It's a while back. They were like popping champagne. It was really like Boiler Room where they're cutting the ties and shit like that, just being dumb meatheads who are now like way too wealthy. That's what's funny is when we like when the stock market was booming and shit for the first time, and it's like we gave the worst people in society all the money. It's great.
Was it like all the bros on the roof?
Yes.
Okay, I'll find that and we'll put that in.
That one of my other favorite lines in the Big Short is when Steve Carell's talking to the stripper. And she's like, "Are you saying I'm gonna lose my mortgage?" And he's like, "You own a house? Like I own 7." It's
Yeah,
like,
it's all about how she put no money down and all that shit.
He's
Yeah.
like, "What?"
You're about to lose everything. It was a crazy time, man. The getting was certainly good. Speaking of money, the homeboy who was going to be the captain of the Ryder Cup said, "Peace, I'm going to live," and I love it. I love the chaos.
Really?
Henrik Stenson.
Yeah.
Yeah, live.
Dude,
Got
it
his
is-
captaincy stripped right away, and I watched
The Ryder Cup's not one of those. I guess it wouldn't be U.S. golf because
It's like an
it's
international thing.
international,
Yeah.
yeah.
They I just love watching PGA Tour like golf diehard fans just I mean like there's like no argument really, like it's working. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the guys that you idolize are like, I don't fucking care, I'm gone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So-
they're giving me $100 million. William
and really what they're doing is
Cam Smith's gonna go like today, right?
I'm sure a
Right.
ton. If within the first day and now first week and first month they were able to get this over the course of like years, they're gonna just keep getting more. It would be like if the XFL just like worked somehow.
Yeah.
If like maybe not like the Patriots, but if like the Steelers and like another and the Giants went to like the XFL or something, and there's just no denying. And it's like I know that you guys idolize. I'm putting aside the Saudi Arabian shit. That will always exist. If you have problems with 9/11 and funding, and that's certainly valid. If you do, I want to say that I do in fact have problems with 9/11.
Yeah, if you're one of those anti-9/11 pussies.
Want to be on the record. It's not enough to just not be pro 9/11. I'm anti 9/11. Okay. But everyone always says,
If you
like,
have
well,
a
what
problem
about?
with that's an all-time line. I mean, if you got a problem with 9/11, then
That's
yeah,
your business. That's up to you. I certainly I'll allow that. But everyone says, well, what about Nike and China? There's-
I mean,
but-
I remember making this argument when the stuff happened with Robert Kraft at because it's like you get a hand job. And they're like, yeah, but if you trace that
human
back, it's sick.
trafficking.
He's like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, you trace anything back to its source. Its source is money, so its source is going to be evil. Like
1000%.
there is going to be whatever it is you're tracing back. It
Evil.
starts with bad.
pure, yeah. Everybody.
We get to dilute it a little bit, hopefully, before it gets to us.
Right.
But at its birth, at its inception, it was bad, dude.
And that's like separate to me. If that's your issue with Liv, then that's fine. When Tiger spoke about it, and they were like, Tiger eviscerates the Live tour with
John Oliver style.
damning, whatever. And he was like, they only play 54 holes. That's not enough. And then they play music. I don't really want to hear the music. And they don't have majors. It was like that was it. I thought he was gonna like pick them apart. If the gameplay is like your argument, like who fucking cares? Liv is coming
they play
with
music at it.
I think it's more like the waste management, or it's like a little more. I would assume, and he legit was like, I don't want music. Like, if that's your issue, that's crazy because they just came in and offered. You don't have to play certain things if you don't want to. It's only 54 holes. Little like tweaks here and there that they probably.
Why is it 54 versus what is it,
72?
72?
Yeah.
It's,
It's,
like not that big.
it's 3 days instead of 4.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I think they probably like polled golfers.
Yeah.
Who said like this shit's too long, and maybe it's not the golfers, maybe it's the TV, but either way, I'm sure they did their like research to figure out, or they just needed to differentiate. And they said, how about we make it 3 days instead of 4, and then you got to be good from the jump, and there's other things come with it being shorter than longer.
Do they
But, like if that's your
Friday,
issue,
Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Because I like this.
that I don't know.
I mean, I guess they probably don't do it on Sundays because you don't want to be competing against the PGA
They
Tour.
should, I think they would. Like I would want it, but yeah. So there's like
I do
little
think there's
issues here
something
and there.
that I like a Sunday.
Agreed. Sunday golf is like, but maybe they're like, that's what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn golf into a Saturday sport. You want to like Saturday night golf or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but watching the tour heads just be like, no. It's like, yeah, it turns out that being captain of the Ryder Cup isn't as cool as you guys think it is. You know what's cool? Like generational wealth.
Yeah.
Me being able to, like someone said to me, you're not a golf fan. And I'm not. I'm very casual, if even that. But you know what I know more about is life. And it's like somebody said something like, captain of the Ryder Cup is the most prestigious position in all of sports. I was like, bro, I would say like 90% of the world doesn't know what the Ryder Cup is. Like if you ask like non-sports fans and parents and old people and people in Africa and China and shit, like the Ryder Cup, you're gonna be like, I don't. That thing. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think saying it's the most prestigious position in all sports is insane. I think
It was one of,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even that, I'm like, would you rather? Let's do an ATI style. So this is basically like, would you rather have like 6 figures or 9 figures of money, or be captain of the Ryder Cup?
I don't even know what 9 figures is.
It'd be hundreds of millions.
Yeah, 9 figures. That'll do it.
Take that one. Would you rather do tens of millions?
Probably.
Would you rather do
yeah,
ones
yeah,
of
we don't
millions?
do definitively.
What's your lowest number where you'd rather be captain of the Ryder Cup?
Well, so I mean, it's kind of a hard question because like I'm not good at golf. I've never been a golfer.
And that,
but
you do have to take that into account. That it's like, yeah, maybe for the top guys,
right. Like, if you're asking me, like, would it be a captain of a Stanley Cup team? I'm
Yeah.
more into that. I mean, again, this is also weird because these are just all positions you do get paid millions of dollars for.
Yeah, we're talking about. But you know, in golf, it's like there's some guys, a lot of guys who don't, and they're like, I'm grinding out here on the tour, and I can go make a couple million with Live. You know,
I do hate the name so much.
yeah, it is a bad one. But you know, Brooks and Bryson were like the talk for a while, and they just yoinked both those guys for some events. Phil was one of the biggest names. Now you have a Ryder Cup captain. You have guys who denounced it, and then a week later went over. Like, it's
DJ.
working, DJ. And people are just like, oh, somebody said to me, it was just a handful of the top names and then 15 of the top 100. It's not that crazy. I was like, the stars and then 15% of the best players in one day?
Yeah, right.
It's pretty fucking bad. And then they're going after Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said, I would murder my family member
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
a $200 million contract from Liv. And they called him the next week, and he was like, he's on a podcast being like, I absolutely am going to take that call and like negotiate. And if you if you continue to get some of the main golfers,
Like he's gonna be an announcer.
an announcer,
Okay.
yeah. And maybe for Liv, they'll be like, you can also play around because we have fun and we do crazy shit. Like if they get the best broadcasters and
But there
continue
also
to get
is
the
a
best-
balance.
I agree.
There's a balance between
sure.
like this isn't a fucking.
It's not a
total mockery.
circus.
It's
Yes.
not the Savannah Bananas. Which
No.
It's a fun day, but you don't want to watch that baseball every fucking day.
I agree. But I do think that there's just the diehard. I think it's like foreplay on steroids a little bit. When foreplay came in and we're like, we're not like these fucking hoity-toity, traditional, old school, stubborn guys. We like to just like chill. And Liv's like taking it a little further. But I just love watching the people who are a fan of the tour weird me out.
Yeah.
Like you like
I think PFT does that with like I'm rooting for
the
the,
league,
course.
the Shield. Like,
Like, what do you mean you're rooting for the course? What does that fucking
Yeah.
mean?
Hey, I think you guys are the biggest fucking losers alive. And I think the golfers would tell you that. They're like, yeah, man, like it doesn't really, I can still play golf on like similar golf courses. And
I think
similar
that is a funny
competition.
thing that we learn talking to athletes. But like athletes are like, I mean, there's obviously a wide berth of what they are
The
like.
balance of it. or whatever.
But like a lot of them are just like, yeah, dude, I just happen to be really fucking good at this.
yeah,
Like, it's-
right.
This isn't my
I don't
life.
have
I'm
the
not.
reverence for it. I
I'm
don't
not
have-
obsessed with it.
Which also makes
Well,
sense.
you are obsessed with it to an extent, but you're like I am just really good at this. I
But
don't
you're
know.
obsessed. What they're obsessed with is competition and
Yeah.
beating people and winning. What golf fans are obsessed with, because they can't do it, is like, oh my god, imagine reaching the green on a par 5 with your driver, like amazing. And Rory's just like, this is fucking what I do.
Yeah.
Like, so it makes sense, but also it's like, Liv's gonna keep on working to like an extent. Also, what bothers me is when the PGA Tour just found $200 million to give out to people. When they first they announced that there's like 8 new events with a $20 million purse.
Oh, really?
So it's like, oh, we just happen to have this little war chest of $160 million that we've been putting in our pockets, and now we have to put it in yours because someone, So I think that like Liv is actually like evening the playing field, but
Is Liv gonna do like an all-star game?
I'm sure.
'Cause
Yeah,
that would be
it's probably-
sick.
I'm sure they can do all that cool.
I'd
shit.
love to see like guys actually like their pinpoint accuracy, like put bottles up there, have it sponsored
They
by
should do a
some-
long drive,
Yeah.
and then things like that. I love.
Yeah.
I follow a couple guys on Instagram. Fuck, fucking that guy. I think he's Kyle Herbstreit or something like that with the long hair. He's,
Do a trick competition, like when you see the people on like TikTok doing where they have like the guy throwing them like a bunch of drives in a row and he's just smoking them. Like, how many can you get a row? Just
make
stupid
make
stuff
golf
like that.
fun for the first time. Not even again. Two last things quick. Elon Musk's dad you can't impregnate your stepdaughters. You can't do it.
You got it again, right?
Twice. 2 times. 2
Same
babies.
daughter?
Same stepdaughter. 2 babies. One in 2018, one in 2019. Fool me once.
Bro, that's-
Impregnate me once,
I mean,
stepdad,
that's-
shame on you. Impregnate me twice, stepdad. Also shame on me, but shame on you too, and whatever that.
Pornhub's got blood on their hands.
For real. For real. Gerald Musk is his name. That shit is, he got a little bit too much Pornhub in his fucking system.
I was gonna say, like, I know this doesn't matter. Maybe it does. How old was she when he became her stepfather?
3.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. 3 years old. I believe
Bro,
he had. I
what?
don't know. I mean, she is very pretty. So you know, I believe they said. So he married this woman named Heidi, and she brought a baby in who was 3. I think he had a quote that said like, "I wouldn't even know her if I walked down the street today." Like, and I don't know if he meant
The 3-year-old
mom
or
or
the woman
the-
he just got pregnant?
because either it's like you fucked her when she was 18, or in 2018 you had a kid with her in 2019. So like you knew what she looked like then. So I don't know if he meant his ex-wife. Like I've been so separated from them, I wouldn't even know like who they were. But then they found out like you did it twice, dude. So whatever his you know, the only thing, yeah. So that's it. His thing is he is, and I know Elon talks about the birth rate all the time. He says the single greatest threat to humanity is that we have a falling birth rate. So his father is one of these guys too.
Why is that?
He said
why
he
is that
is.
true? We have way too many people.
I agree. I thought that was a problem. Like we're gonna run out of resources,
Yeah.
Thanos style. Now apparently Elon's like, no, we're not getting enough people. So that's Jana. That's the girl. That's the daughter.
Only
Heidi was the mom.
947 likes on an IG post. Yikes.
But wait. Go back. go back down to that picture. Like when? Go down. That was when? Like that was this July 4th,
Last year.
2021. I don't know when, like how much, you know, like maybe she came in when she was 3 and then they were married for 2 years. They broke up when she was 5. You know, 20 years later, she's on. It was weird though. He said it wasn't a mistake. It was that he said things got out of hand or something like that. Things went too far because she was living on my property at the time and was fighting with her boyfriend. So it's like you knew her enough that she had a fucking home on your property, came to like the mansion, the main house or whatever, and was like, oh, my boyfriend's being mean to me. And you were like, pow, let me leave
Fuck
it in.
you. Imagine you accidentally got your stepdaughter pregnant. Where you just picked up the chick in the bar.
Now
and
that
then-
would be crazy.
and
That's some shit where you're like, you know,
By the way, I'm pregnant, and also you're my father. You're like, son of a bitch, not again.
But his you know, he was like, he goes, it's not incest because I broke up with their mom. I'm no longer their stepdad. And it's like, well, yeah, but you raised her, dude. It's like, technically, yeah, there's no blood, and marriage is like a social construct. But
Like this,
but
this is just a legal thing.
yeah, because well, it's Woody Allen. This is straight up exactly what Woody Allen did.
Yeah, right.
And he's been fucking, you know, shunned from society. And he,
But like, not really. Like people are like he's a piece of shit, but he still makes movies and stuff.
and I guess this just came out, so now everyone's gonna be like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Oh, Elon and E-Roll are not close. Yeah, you better distance yourself, bro. But this is
He
what
was
happens
such a
too. Elon's trying to buy Twitter, and he's trying to shake things up. Next thing you know, this story becomes, you know, full blown. Like I don't know how they were hiding this in the first place, but it becomes, you know, they dig up the dirt. It's like same thing with fucking Dave, except he didn't, you know, impregnate a stepdaughter. But it's like, hey, we'll just find all your shit, whether it's your shit, your dad's shit. The queen, the princess, Meghan Markle, find out about her dad. You know what I mean? That's just what they do. They just drag it until they find all the weird shit about you, like your dad fucks stepdaughters. Fucking weird. But yeah, Pornhub. What do you have to say for yourself?
I was going to say, speaking of incest, fucking Ricky Martin, too.
Oh fuck! That's
Yeah.
I gotta do 1 minute on that.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin. Although I'm gonna stand up a little bit for my man Ricky Martin. Allegedly, we'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. He's facing 50 years in prison for like abuse and straight up incest. A charge
Yeah.
of incest. He was apparently in a relationship with his nephew, like straight up brother's kid. But
How old is the kid?
21.
yeah, but
The kid is alleging that he abused him. I think
7-month relationship. It said.
Yeah, and I think when he came out and said, like, he said this is very sad, like he has mental health issues, something like
Yeah.
that. It was being like, I didn't beat him, but not being like I wasn't in a relationship.
Well,
with him.
I
'Cause I'm not.
first of all, is my mic working? Because I
Yeah,
unplugged?
yeah.
Okay. I thought he said like this is all untrue.
It all is?
and that this guy is like, unfortunately, like very unwell. Which then really sucks. Like if it turns out that this dude is just fucking crazy, and the first headline that everyone ran with was Ricky Martin's getting charged with incest. But also, if there is like, did the police charge him? Because then usually there's enough evidence to at least go forward.
I don't think so. I think it said like Ricky Martin can potentially go to jail for 50
Right,
years
see,
because
fuck
that's
that.
the
Like,
law in Puerto
allegations.
Rico. Yeah,
It's like I almost feel like it just sucks. Anybody can say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have a crazy, well, I guess not anybody, just your family members. But anybody with a crazy family member, they can just be like, yep, like man, my uncle fucked me, and then if that's just the first headline, you're done.
Yeah.
You know?
He is.
He is living la vida loca.
Oh.
Got him. All right. Voicemails. Before one last thing before voicemails, I gotta ask you about your nose.
About my
I gotta
nose.
ask you about that nose. But first, snack break. Get me some fups. Pass them over. This is what we like to call intermission for KFC Radio. We're gonna do fups intermissions every time. I'm about to eat some tasty tubes.
I got grocery store cheddar, kid.
Can I have that? Actually, I'm not ready for dessert yet. Oh, I'll do sour cream and onion because what they have is all these different flavors. Fups are basically like cheese puffs, but instead of just the cheese, we have all these different flavors. So this one's instant hot chocolate. There's another one that tastes like cinnamon toast. I'm gonna put that to the side for my dessert. What I'm gonna have right now is my semi-historic sour cream and onion. You've got the
Grocery store cheddar.
cheddar. Oh, I don't think I've had cheddar yet. So that's kind of like the OG, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that is a very high quality cheese puff. Sour cream and onion, you know the drill. They're sea salt and vinegar. That salt and vinegar like hits hard. Like I can only have a couple of
That
those.
was my favorite one. Like,
You can eat like a whole bag of those.
I've munched on them for quite some time.
That gets like my tongue is a little like, ugh. And then I have little dessert fups when I get the chocolate going and the cinnamon going.
The cinnamon and
clear.
flames too.
To be clear, these are just straight up snacks. This is not, healthy made, lose weight on a diet, no carb, no this, no that. No. We're just selling you some bomb ass puffs, which I love. Someone was like, bro, we're getting in the puffs game. Went to his brother, his business, his family, whatever. Was like, got an idea. They're like, what is it? It's like, puffs. But we're going to call it fups. We're going to spell it backwards. But it's not going to be puffs backwards. It's going to be spuff backwards. Fups. Love it. Fucking brilliant. Let's go. So right now you can go to fups.com. That's FFUPS. I will spell that one out for you. FFUPS.com/KFC. Then use code KFC15 to get 15% off your order. You can do one flavor and just get a bunch of bags of that, or you can do the try them all bundle with all 5 different flavors. Funny big bags. Funny little guy. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's a
It's
funny
funny
guy.
because he's got a little smiley face. Funny. All the different flavors. Just a classic snack. There you go. Go get them. Fups.com/KFC. Promo code KFC15. So the Mean Girls posted a video.
I pissed all over myself.
No surprise there. Let's see it. How bad is it? That's so bad. That's so much pee. Show her. That's so much pee, dude. Show her fully. Yeah, don't be
Oh
shy.
my god.
So much piss. Are you wearing underwear?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So how soaked are your underwear? Show me your boxers. Those have got to be a puddle, dude.
I don't know. That might not be piss, dude. Oh, that's piss.
Let me think. You don't have to show the camera.
No, I'm not. They're not really. The boxers aren't. I guess I must have just missed it putting it in.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wait, so I was always under the impression that you guys like
Yeah.
toilet
yeah.
paper.
Oh,
What?
no.
I thought you
no,
guys
no.
like.
To be clear, Jackie
Dabbed
kind of
it.
did this thing with her hand, and I thought she was doing the shake off.
No.
You thought
But,
up until
like,
right
for-
now?
Until you until you guys like started like peeing your pants, like fights always like.
But basically,
whatever
until you
comes in.
started the show,
Until I started the
you
show.
thought that we would
I
rip
thought it
off
was
a little
like you,
paper
like,
towel and
you know,
dab?
Like you like dab like. You know.
Well, you know what? I make fun of you because we don't, but like we should.
Probably
should.
should, yeah.
Like that always weirds me out too. Have you ever had sex with someone and you're like, hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom first.
But dude, here's
and then
the
it's
deal.
like you just peed. There's pee like in that tube,
Yeah.
sorta. And then like you're gonna suck my dick and stuff. Like how?
Yeah, like no wonder we get fucking not
UTIs and shit.
UTIs.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really
well,
true.
but here's the deal
you
too.
know,
Though. Like,
can't
if
be
I,
good.
if I go to dab, I'm just gonna piss on my hands. So now,
No.
yeah.
Well, I mean, just get like it's like
Don't
this,
get enough
this
toilet
is, This is
paper?
why I don't need to wash my hands because I have a fucking wall of paper towel before anything touches my body. You know what I mean? Like just get a big bundle and dab.
do you do that?
No, but I'm saying
oh,
that
right.
makes sense. But when people are like, don't you get shit on your hands when you wash your ass? I'm like, no. What do you guys go in there with like one square? I go in with a whole fucking bundle. Like nothing's touching my hands at all, you weirdos. But it's very similar to like when people are like, we should use wet wipes. It's like it's a much better way to clean up. You would think you can shake something off, but like
Who's got the time?
Who's got the
dude?
time?
Who's got the time?
who has the time? You're telling me you want me to go in there? First lift the seat and then also wipe? I'm not wiping my dick
not
when I
happening,
pee.
dude.
I'm not doing
It's
a
not
wipe for a
happening.
pee. It's just- but that being said, I also would not piss my pants as much as you do because it's getting crazy.
It's a lot.
It's getting worse and worse and worse. So the Mean Girls put out a new podcast, and there was a clip out with Jordan saying, and we're gonna have the Mean Girls on because we've referenced a few of their clips, and it's time to actually have them on and debate them and make fun of them and stuff. That she heard that guys with big noses are better at giving head, going down on girls. And not one of those things like, if he has big feet, he has a big dick. It's like straight up like, if he has a big nose, it's rubbing your clit. And so I deferred to I deferred to my well-endowed nose, my friend with a little bit extra nose. He's got plenty of nose. Is this true?
100%.
You use your nose in sex?
My nose gets deep in you, kid.
You're in there like,
Bro, I broke my nose on purpose so I could have this little bumpy, like a fucking, like dudes with their beads in their dicks. I'm like a fucking bull in Seville, Spain. I come out.
that's what I'm saying. It's like a dog trying to be like, yeah.
I'm a rhinoceros in the Serengeti. Here, coming up.
For real though?
No, for real.
You really use your nose?
Yes, absolutely.
So
I
you-
use every
But
tool at my disposal.
wait. Hang on. Here's what I don't get. Here's what I don't get about when we're talking about like guys.
Bro,
that-
I have said this before. I've said it, that I eat pussy like a dog coming home from a July walk. And guess
Bowl of
what?
water. Drinking a bowl of
It is
water.
just
Yeah.
fucking and fucking that involves the nose. That's
This is what I don't get though. You're talking nose on clit.
Fucking nose all over it, baby.
So I would understand if you took your nose and you rubbed it on the clit, but that then means you're licking the hole, which is
Yes,
weird.
and sometimes doing that. Sometimes burying a tongue in a puss.
You're see, but okay, I understand that too. I understand eating ass, straight up. I also can understand like pushing your tongue in, as they like to say, tongue punch, right? What I don't get is eating the hole while you rub your nose, because the hole is not meant to be eaten.
Bro, I don't know what anything I'm doing down there is. I'm just making a mess. I'm just fucking mucking it up. You're like you just said, like you're like eating the whole. Like I don't know if I've ever done that.
It is
you
true.
Talking about?
It is true. I have always gotten very good grades in that department, and in genuine ones that I don't think I'm like just people feeding me bullshit. But I do not have like a tactic
Nope.
or a routine. Remember in American Pie, he's got the book, and
Yeah.
you spell the alphabet, and you do the tongue tornado. I mean, I guess I do this thing where I make my tongue flat, and I use my chin as the wall to push it. So I'm really pushing down. And I guess with my hands, I would have a little more routine. There's a couple things I do here and there that are just like go-tos for me. But when it's really when the breathing starts getting heavier and the squirming starts, it just I am a Tasmanian devil.
My game plan is like exactly the game plan. Like every time I'm like on a dance floor, it's like, I don't know,
Just fucking let it rip.
fucking
dude.
make a scene, baby.
I am a car wash.
yeah.
Hands in here and
Just
pushing on that, grabbing that, flipping this.
Just getting some attention, making some noise.
And it works though. Like I think if you go in there, like okay, like I'm gonna go vertical, 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 then I'm gonna go sideways, sideways. Then go
That's
up, down,
crazy.
up, down.
That, if you
But
do
do you
that,
think
you're
people
a
do
fucking
that?
psycho.
I do think girls give head, like suck dicks, a little more like scripted, if you will.
I don't know. That one's that's a fucking
Jackie,
That,
do you just get in there and let it rip, or do you have like a set thing that you do?
that is.
Not a set thing. It's not like I'm saying like you go like A and then B and then C, but is it like
I just kind of freestyle.
you do freestyle? Yeah.
It
Just,
is.
Let the moment hit you, right?
It is like I mean like that's it's just this one thing. There's a lot of moving parts.
You talking about sucking dick or eating
Yeah.
girls out?
Yeah.
I
Like,
kind of think chicks is one thing. I think you just gotta hammer that clit. You can do other stuff like
Well,
what,
you know,
what
if
do
you
we
have a
call
big
it earlier?
nose is not one thing. There's a couple of things.
What do we call it earlier? That we do it for effect or do it for the show or whatever.
Yeah, for a fact.
Like I'm nibbling on this, I'm pulling on that, I'm fucking. But when it's time, it's
a
just
little massage.
yeah,
Yeah.
like around. I do it with two fingers, kind of on either side of the whoop, 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 whoop. You know, I'm like playing.
Maybe we do have
Peace sign.
something. Maybe we do have a routine. I don't know.
But when it's like, all right, you gotta come to like wrap this up or so we can start fucking or whatever. It's just like hammer time on the clip. So, and it always works for me. So, guys who are like bad at that, like, I don't know, just devour it with your fucking mouth and your nose, I guess. Now the nose is something. Let's be honest, your nose is big,
All right. Caught a stray there.
but it's not like so big that yours is a tool and mine's not. If I wanted to sit there and
Yeah,
nuzzle your
yeah,
clit
okay.
with my nose, I,
get
could do
what-
it
I
too.
get what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, is it really that different?
It's just we know.
You use it. I don't use it.
Yeah,
Yours is
like,
like,
'cause
I'm gonna
I-
turn this into a good.
I'm like
But
I have
guess-
a big nose. Might as well.
Guess what I'm doing next time? The nose knows. The nose is coming in.
Yeah, that's a. I don't think I've ever heard it said, but I've known. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking.
Oh yeah,
with my nose.
you getting nose fucked. You getting nose fucked for sure. I mean, everyone's had a nose situation with the 69ing.
Yep.
That's just nose in your butt. This is different on. Dude, I was listening to Shane and McCusker. McCusker. You know when you drop one of those lines like, it's like blah blah blah, and the room's like.
Yeah, yeah.
He said something like, even if it's when you're jerking off and you just ask your, because even if it's just when you're jerking off and you ask your wife to lick your nipples, like it's just like that. and everyone
Get
kind of
out of
laughed. Everyone kind of
town.
laughed, and then Shane was like, wait, do you really do that? And he was like, yeah, like you ask them like to give you head and like they don't want to, so it's like, okay, can you like at least lick my nipples? And then like you find out, and they get in there and they do some things too, and you realize, and I was like. I don't know about that one, but as I'm thinking it, Shane goes like, well, I'll tell you what I'm doing tonight. I'll tell you what she's doing when she comes home. I think I have no interest. Do not go near my nipples, bro.
Male nipple, weird,
Weird.
unnecessary. I mean, it would look weirder without them, but
I wish we didn't even have. I wish we just had smooth.
that would
vomit.
look ridiculous.
But it wouldn't if it was just that was just how we are.
you look like one of those things from like the Chronicles of Riddick.
I suppose I don't remember what those
I
look
think
like, but
that's
I know
what
you.
I think Frankie Brella looks like, where they live. Or
Like
he-
under
never saw
the
it.
yeah, they have
Yeah,
no light
I
at all.
think recently I couldn't think of the movie.
Yes,
and I think
yeah.
you said I Am Legend. Someone.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna.
People
Wow,
were
Riddick.
tweeting the movie Caves at you, I think.
Oh, maybe that could be it too.
Follow Chronicles of Riddick. Because I know what you're talking about. The creatures who have never seen light.
Yeah,
or
like, I
whatever.
think isn't that like what Chronicles of Riddick? I haven't seen the movie, but like, it's I don't know. I
you're saying
can't
that
believe
because-
we're talking about it again. But it's a movie where they can't be in the light. So maybe that's what Caves.
And
is?
you think that's Frankie because he's so pale?
Yeah, because he isn't in the light. He wears fucking pants and long sleeve
Right.
shirts every day.
Right. And you think he has weird nipples too, huh?
So what is this? Oh, maybe this.
Descendants?
Nah. This isn't it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's creepy though.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
It's like an orc.
I don't know. It's some fucking movie. Whatever.
Yeah, don't touch my nipples, bro. Anything that you think you can do, you can do to my nipples that I might enjoy, do to my ears, but stay away from my fucking. Or just do it to my dick. Okay, finally, let's get to voicemails. We're gonna go with this guy. This is an EMT. I'm almost positive we've had him before, and I certainly recognize my man in the middle there. You know who he is, right?
You don't recognize Tex?
Wait, is that Tex?
I don't know. I kind of think so.
But you know who the middle guy
No.
is, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, okay. Voicemails today are brought to you by Simply Safe. We have 3 people here that are 2 are I think are return voicemails, and 1 might be a disgraced former employee. So we got ourselves a batch right here, and it's brought to you by Simply Safe. The best way to protect your home from invasions and Mother Nature and anything else that can ruin your house is Simply Safe. Think about all the toys. Oh my God, Keegan got so many fucking toys for his goddamn birthday. I was like, is this fucking Christmas, man? He didn't even want, and I don't blame him. He didn't even want to play at the party because he was like, can I go with my presents?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, yeah, I would want to do that too, man. But now I probably have $50,000 worth of goddamn toys in my house.
Where is your house, by the way?
Oh, well, their house. It's all one big. It's all one big shared investment. Simply Safe is the way to protect all those belongings, all the loved ones, and even if it's sure, of course, burglars and all that. But if you have a flood, if there's a fire, any of that stuff, Simply Safe is on call and ready to protect with the most comprehensive protection against all of it. Right now, you can go to simplysafe.com. This one I'll spell out, SIMPLI, safe.com/KFC Radio. You get 20% off with the interactive monitoring, plus a free indoor security camera, because they have everything to protect the house. They also have everything to protect outside and watch, on the lawn. That's where all the creepers start creeping in.
What?
That's where they creep in, man. Fucking those little burglars. That's what they always do, like in like a commercial where you know what I mean. Got the hat on and all black. They got a flashlight in their mouth.
Yeah.
And they walk like this. It's like, why are you robbing that way, dude? You ever heard the story of the burglar who tried to rob LL Cool J?
No.
He beat the fuck out of him.
Really?
And he said he walked downstairs and he was in like his boxers. He was sleeping. So he was like fighting this guy like damn near naked. And LL Cool J is not to be fucked with, And he said he like had him on the ground, like subdued, but was kind of like, I don't know if he has other people here or whatever. And he was like, I had to make a decision in that moment, like what I was going to do with this guy. Like if I wanted to do it or not.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, whoa. Because he didn't have Simply Safe. If he had that, wouldn't have been an issue. Like I said, they got all the indoor cameras, the monitors, the sensors, 24/7, whether it's police, fire, or flood, poison control, all that stuff. Simplysafe.com/KFC Radio for 20% off. First VM from our guy, the EMT.
What's up, boys? So I just wanted to start off by saying that Chicago show was funny as fuck. I honestly
that's
don't know
really
if I've
nice.
ever laughed that fucking hard in my life. Didn't make it to the meet and greet, which blows, but I got to meet Jackie and Pavs at the show, which is cool. By the way, Jackie, sup? Anyway, I got a little bit of a Am I the Asshole for you. So my grandfather recently passed away, got cremated or whatever. My family was trying to make a ceremony thing, spread his ashes kind of deal. So they were like, hey, meet us at this river he used to fish at. And, this time, this day. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're just going to go tell a few stories, spread his ashes, whatever. So I show up there, and to preface the story, my grandfather was Danish. Didn't think that would be incorporated into his funeral ceremony deal at all, but whatever. Show up, and everyone's just kind of standing around the river. I'm like, all right, let's fucking get this going. Then they pull out this Viking ship that they made out of wood. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on now? Then they pull out his ashes and proceed to pour his ashes into the Viking ship. And by this point, I'm like, I'm so fucking confused. I don't know what's going on. Well, then it gets even worse. They pull a bottle of lighter fluid out and soak the fucking Viking ship in lighter fluid.
Right?
And fucking light it on fire and set sail into the fucking river. So his ashes are just on fire, floating down the river. And me and my cousin, we just start busting out fucking laughing because
Come on.
they didn't.
Who doesn't
tell
know
us
about a
that-
traditional Viking funeral?
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
I'll tell you what, the problem is they didn't do the flaming arrow.
Yeah.
They just lit it on the shore and kicked it out. If you're going to do this, you at least got to have the fucking arrow. I'll tell you what. I want this. I want a traditional Viking funeral for me.
Yeah.
And what I want, because none of us are going to be expert archers, I want it almost like a piñata. Like you get to shoot one,
Yeah.
and if I miss, then you get to shoot one, and like whoever hits it wins it.
That is pretty cool. I like that idea.
And
Whoever
it's gotta-
hits it gets put in the will.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like
little
I'm gonna give
giveaway.
away like this chunk of my wealth to whoever hits it. How fun would that be? I want that. And maybe archery is a bit much, but like you can throw things. Like whoever has the best arm or whatever.
That would be really sick.
And then
Then like it's gonna get pretty real.
and it's gonna go pretty like. I want it to be far enough. You can't start shooting until it's like XYZ feet away. But then, like, what if it's like getting away, and you're like, and it could be. I'll put at the bottom like donate it to charity. If you guys don't hit it, like you don't fucking hit it. Sorry, man.
That's one of the
That's
better
so
ideas.
cool.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll tweak it so like we don't have to talk about like Valhalla and have some like Viking horns. It can just be like I'm a dude who wants to be set on fire, So I'm not. I ain't stepping on any. I ain't appropriating or whatever. But yeah. Funeral pyre for the win, for like the money.
Yeah.
This guy, I mean, have you never seen a movie? Have you never seen any Vikings
What?
movie?
Like,
this
he's
is-
like, where's
he
this
was
going?
Stunned.
Like the second there was a boat out, I was like, Viking film.
He's like, so my grandpa died and we were going to the water. Viking funeral. Come on, man. We know. Sorry, pal. That's standard. Okay. So, by the way, how crazy. You mentioned Danish.
Yeah.
So this is Danes Part 2. If you missed last week, he's just said, how crazy would it be if the Danes beat England? And we were like,
What would the
in
world be
soccer? He said in soccer? I was like, what? Okay, so he's back. Let's see.
Hey, KFC Radio. I was the guy who left the Dane versus English the other day. I was very drunk. Didn't remember until I heard it on the podcast the other day.
That's so
But I
funny.
got a would you rather today. So, would you rather lose orgasms altogether or gain 100 pounds?
Ooh.
What's up with
I
it?
think that's a great question. That's so simple, but a really great question. By the way, to just be like, KFC Radio on Tuesday, let me like pop on, and you're just like, what? Is that
Fucking me?
You're getting text. Imagine even better than that. You don't pop on KFC Radio. Your friends do. All of a sudden, you start getting texts. Bro, what kind of question was that on KFC Radio about the Danes? The Danish?
It just means he was shit faced thinking about the Danes and
yeah,
the Scots.
even weirder. Yeah.
So great.
Like he wasn't high and like, oh, I had this class. It was just like, I'm shit-faced tonight.
I love this guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. Okay, but this is a great question. No orgasms or 100 pounds. So you're talking 320?
I would weigh about 320. Yeah, 320.
I lost a couple pounds recently, so I'm talking 290.
I think I would give orgasms pretty easily. Bro, an orgasm is the most useless thing on the planet.
You say that, but you know how we get when your mind gets backed up, when the poison, when you don't get the poison out.
I don't know that I do that. I don't like.
I know that you do. Everybody does, bro. It does get better as you get older. You're not. Well, I don't even know if that's true. I'm still,
I'm
still gotta get the poison out.
I'm still pretty fucking
I'm still
dumb.
making bad decisions.
But here's the deal. Most of my orgasms are masturbation.
I would say mostly everybody's is
Yeah,
mostly
a vast majority of them.
Yeah.
We'll call it probably.
90%.
I was gonna say 35, 25.
I mean,
but
when-
yeah, no, it's definitely 90%.
When I'm in a relationship, I actually think my orgasms are probably like the other way, like 90-10 sex.
Really?
Yeah. Because now it's like I'm old enough that it's like sometimes I legit am like I gotta save this. I'm like if I'm gonna see this person tomorrow, I gotta make sure that I'm hard. I mean, I can't touch it for the next 18 hours. Like,
I'm not even gonna piss.
nothing's coming out of this dick until it's coming into you. Okay. But yeah, when you're not in a relationship, especially if you're just like going out there, like if you don't even have like a hookup, like a steady thing. You're just hoping to get laid once, a month maybe
Bro,
here
I don't
and
even.
there.
I to this day, I don't understand how people get laid like that. But
Yeah, like steady, or
like,
you
like
mean
go
like
to
the
a
one-offs?
bar and you meet a person.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I
what
don't know
the
if that happens
fuck
anymore.
are you talking about?
It's all the apps, dude. That's the thing. So I think people are having steady sex these days just because the apps. Because it's like it's gonna happen.
But then
But anyway.
so I'm giving up 90% of fucking me alone in my bed, and then awkwardly hobbling over to underwear because I forgot to bring it in bed with me to clean up. Like I can do without that in my life, if we're being honest.
So what you're asking me is, I either gain 100 pounds or I get cum all over my fucking belly a few times a week and have to waddle over.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What happens to your cum when it gets in water?
It's like all protein-based liquids. It thickens up. That's why you gotta use cold water to get it off.
That was weird.
I've honestly told you that before, and you had the same exact reaction. I learned about it when I was like always making egg whites in the morning, and it was like
Yeah, it just definitely it, like coagulates,
Yeah.
kind of, right? Yeah.
cold water. Cold water do the trick for you though.
That's funny. Like it's one of those opposite things.
I would have thought that. Well, you would have remembered it when I told you that, but apparently not.
I don't remember. I actually do remember the cold thing. I don't remember you being like it's protein based liquid, like delivering it that way. Yeah, because I heard a story about a guy who didn't ever want to have shower sex because he said his cum like gets weird, and I was like, I'll
Yeah.
cum, dude. But it sounds like his cum's got a little weirder than most cums. But
What, it change of color? Purple?
that's I was like, how bad could it be? That I don't want to have sex in the shower for all the other reasons. I don't care about my cum afterwards. It's getting to the cum. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Water makes you dry.
Yeah, which is like if you need any example of how crazy sex is and how fucked up it makes you and how complicated it makes things, water makes you dry. When you're having sex, water makes you dry. Up is down, down is up. You're doing wheelbarrows. Water makes you wet. Water makes you dry. It's just nuts, man. I think at the end of the day, no, I don't know what I want to do.
Because like I can still fuck. I just get
don't
orgasms.
want to be
Like,
fat,
Yeah.
but I think no, you gotta just be fat.
Dude, I don't know. I think I would be perfectly fine not coming ever again.
I think you're wrong.
I think
it would.
I'd like
really-
to still have sex.
I think it would really pile. Well, you can't orgasms, man.
That's fine, but I'll still fuck you.
Oh, you just mean you like edge yourself? I think that makes it even worse.
I think I'd probably have a lot of fun. Just
I
doing
think-
fucking sex, no cum. Yeah, buddy.
You can do that right now, dude.
No, I can't.
But you could. You could just stop after a little bit.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, but like you don't do it.
Well, it's
I
enough
think
already.
I think that your brain, I think things would go bad for you if you did not come ever again. But
Dude,
would,
well,
now,
I
would,
mean,
it,
look,
go, would
bro,
it go bad
we-
enough? Would it be bad enough that it's worse than being 320 pounds? That I don't know.
320 is not crazy.
320 is
It's
pretty
big,
bad.
but it's not like.
Give me like, can you find an example of someone who's 320 who's not like Shaquille O'Neal? Like someone like type in someone who's type in like 6 foot 320.
That's I'd almost rather it be like 200 because that's like you get to like the comically.
Yeah, be like I want to be hilariously
Yeah.
fat and make that my thing. That's 300 pounds. That's after he lost it.
I would say probably that one down on the bottom is probably what I would look like.
That's at 6'5".
Oh, he's 6'5".
6'6".
I need like
Six.
give me type in 5'10". I know you're not 5'10", but give me 5'10", 300 pounds, and see like what an because you got to remember average people like football players and basketball players carry around 300 pounds like it's no problem. 5'10", you're gonna end up looking like.
This is big, but
That's
it's
not that
like-
bad actually.
yeah,
I'm
it's
turning
like-
my that one. Wait. That guy in the middle. Nope. Go back. The guy down underneath the. Fuck it. I can't describe it. But he was really that guy. It depends on if you have the belly or the. That's 310 or 300.
That's 365 to 249.
5'9".
These are just Google results that are not what we Googled.
I mean, some of these. Google Preston Lacey. How fat is he? Let's use him as a round. He's got to be 400, right?
At least.
264.
Get the fuck out of here.
might
In
be
your
what he is
bra.
now. I think he lost weight. So, God, it's just so like, just give me the fucking weight. You know what I mean? It's like these are all saying 200 something. So I mean, I think 290 for me. Anywhere between like 290. It can be like from anywhere from 280 to like 310 for the next, because I'm thinking also like long in life. You know what I mean? As I would get fatter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if I'm like 190 now, but I'm destined to be like 210 when I'm fat. Well, I'm gonna be 310. Because maybe 290 is okay, but three plus is like seeing 3 on the scale is.
Also, by the way, dude, if I weigh 320 pounds, I'm not coming that much anymore.
Now that is the thing
Right.
too. But so then I guess that's the. But you are. Fat guys get pussy, man. They do. Jackie, who's the fattest person you would fuck?
Dude, I actually had this conversation with girls yesterday.
What did they say?
They both said that they had fucked like a fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was funny or rich or what?
No, I don't think he just said they fucked a fat guy. I don't think he had to do anything. What was he? He was there.
Yeah, he was just there, and I needed some dick. Yeah, I think that like fat guys, you know, can still get it. So I guess I take the fat. 100 pounds.
I'm going
more.
no orgasms. Fuck it.
What are you guys doing?
Fattest.
You could almost add 100 to you. Would you be 260?
I'm 190.
You are 190.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have thought you were like 175.
Really? I'm 190.
So you're the
so
same thing as me, but
290
you're also fucking. Your 290 would look very different than my 290.
You think so? Why?
Because I'm like skinny fat. You're like toned. Not toned, but like you're just still
Yeah.
like in shape.
290. I think that would be. You know that 190 at 6 foot is obese.
I know it's
That's
bullshit.
insane.
That's
It's
bullshit.
insane.
The body mass
Yeah,
index.
they
thing,
told me
it's
that-
such
yeah.
bullshit. Jackie, what about you for girls? That's
Just learned I'm
interesting.
obese.
Girls being 100 pounds heavier is just not
Yeah,
an
I
option.
get it.
And also, you guys don't
And
come
we
anyway.
already don't,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's just never mind. Never mind. How many girls do you think really don't come? Like you guys truly are out here just
All of
never
the
getting
ones
off.
that are with
no,
me.
No. I mean, like it's just like
You're getting off,
so
right?
much harder.
But you are like it is happening, right?
Yeah. But like,
I think you're all fucking lying. But you're all just coming and just like hiding it. Like, no, I didn't come.
I think like also like the older you get, but like
What? The older you get, what?
the older you get, like the more you
Come.
average. You come more.
More, yeah.
But
Okay, last voicemail. I was hoping it was gonna be a follow up to the Danish. Like he
Yeah.
told us why.
Yeah.
Do we like know why you were thinking that? I feel like our former coworker.
Yo, what's up,
texted.
everybody?
It's not.
No shout outs, gotta save time.
Let's go.
What's something you can tell people about yourself that they just fundamentally don't understand? Mine's that I live in a floating home.
Whoa.
Like, just on the water.
That's sick.
That's cool.
That was a flex voicemail. I respect that.
But is that really a float? That's just like on a dock.
Yeah, but before he turned the camera around to his floating home, I was gonna say I pee my pants quite often. And
good one.
I didn't realize we were gonna get to braggy with
Right? Are
this
we
type deal.
so you're Mr. Cool. Something that people do not fundamentally understand about me. I mean, I think people are surprised when I'm not like a maniacally ranting asshole. You know?
Yeah,
I said this off camera. I think maybe in the vlog. That girl would call me Lady Gaga.
yeah.
I was at a children's kids party, and I was talking to one of the moms, and she like halfway through the conversation was like, "I gotta be honest, like I do watch your videos, I know about it," and she said like, "I'm always so surprised when I see you at these things because our kids are friends, so we see each other often at parties and whatever, graduations and all that shit." And she was like, "I'm always so surprised because I watch your videos and I see all that, and then I see you with the kids like being involved and you're playing and you're being a good dad." And she's like, "It's just weird." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, wear two hats, like little like separate lives sort of things." She's like, "You're like Lady Gaga. You just like turn it on for the performance." And I was kind of like, I guess so. I am Lady Gaga. Yeah, sure. But you made a good point. That's kind of the opposite. Lady Gaga is always an asshole. She's always,
right.
She's always like, I don't expect Lady Gaga to ever just be like, "Yo, what's up? You want to have a beer?"
Right.
She's always like being a performer. But I do think people are quite surprised by that.
Yeah, that's definitely one. I mean, like we have.
People. What I don't fundamentally understand is they all automatically assume we're all short,
Yeah, that is.
and they're floored. They're like, "You're tall." I'm like, I don't know why you didn't know that. I kind of know why, because sometimes we're sitting down, we're just in the box, whatever. But I don't know why you thought it was an impossibility that we were a couple inches taller. It's not like we're like 6'9".
Right.
You know, it's like,
Giant.
dude, I thought you were 5'10". You're 6 foot. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Why is it such a big deal?
I like yours, the asshole thing. I mean, we have Amanda Hirsch on the show today. Not skinny, but not fat. And I feel like there were a couple of times during the show where she's like, "You do like
Yes.
you have skincare routine?" Or like,
Yeah, she-
you like
she had
Taylor
us typed-
Swift. I'm like,
She had us typecast for sure.
there was another one too where it was like something like,
Oh, she didn't know I had kids, so like the parent thing came into effect.
"Oh
again
yeah, we
there.
fucked that up like 3 separate times."
What?
With being like, "No, you have great skin," or "You're a mom."
Oh yeah, we did not compliment her back enough. The way she complimented us, we never returned the favor. But yeah, she was very surprised by a lot of us. What do you guys have any? Jackie, what's something people just do not understand about you? Oh, that you're from California. Nobody believes it.
Have you worn a non-California shirt since you got back?
Just trying to prove how Cali you are, bro.
This isn't California. This is
It says
America.
West Coast.
What the fuck does West,
West
Coast,
Coast.
CA stand
I
for?
didn't.
It says West Coast CA, and you're telling me it's not a California shirt?
I didn't look at the shirt. No, I have not. But I just.
Is there
wanna
anything
print
else
it.
that people like are, wow, I didn't believe Jackie like XYZ? Are people surprised by this job now? Or are they like, yeah, that makes sense?
I kind of like it makes sense because I don't really have any other talents.
But you know, some people are like, oh yeah, he was always like the class clown, or like he always liked to perform, so it makes sense that she's doing this now. Anything like that? Or no, they're just like, whatever.
I can't.
Okay,
think of
whatever,
Any.
asshole.
Sorry.
Do you guys have any, Nick?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Pretty
Can't swim.
an interesting group of people.
Can't swim.
That's a good one. I fundamentally do not
I
understand.
could
how you
dance a
can't
little
swim.
bit. People are shocked
Yeah?
by that. I
A
could
little
dance
surprised by that?
A little bit. Not crazy.
I like that.
Smooth.
Now you're gonna have to prove that, so we'll make you uncomfortably dance at some point. Okay, let's get into that interview like we were talking about with. As we talk about dad moments, two things. My dad heard the bit I did last week about him sitting in the chair for like 3 hours. Actually, my uncle heard it and emailed it to him like, "Have you heard this?" And he gave me a nice thank you, and it was like a heartfelt moment.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, it was like I think he appreciated being like recognized for once. And then through Keegan's birthday party this weekend, did not think about the work that was going into it. We decided to do like a backyard party rather than renting something out. So I blew up like a dry bouncy house and then the water slide bouncy house, and I had to get like all the ice and the coolers and the pizzas and everything. And as I was doing it, the heavens opened and poured on me for 3 minutes, and then cleared out, and it was blazing sun. So it was like it just heated me up, like put me in a microwave. You know, like got me all wet and threw me in a microwave. And the whole time I'm running around trying to corral these fucking kids. Everyone's being an asshole. These kids are fighting and splashing and everything. And so it was like a nightmare, but it was good. And at the very end, I'm driving home after the party's over. I'm driving to my parents' house for the rest of the day, and Keegan falls asleep in the car. And he's out. He's Feidelberger whistle piggy. Head back in the car. And I pick him up to bring him into my mom's house, and his head's on my shoulder, and he's like half asleep, and he was just like, "Dad, I really loved my birthday party." And I was like, "Oh, God!" It's like, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. So, yeah. All right, anyway, our interview with Amanda Hirsch, not skinny but not fat. She is a Instagram force who just does everything in her Instagram stories. That's all she needed to say during the interview was, I just do stories. I don't use any other form. So she just has a million Instagram stories, 15 seconds at a time, and she is dominating the celebrity gossip world in that fashion. So today's interview is brought to you by Cortina Health. It's kind of like a skincare internet doctor service, if you will. So we got here, this is the custom healing cream. You just got yourself a little...
This is
Ooh,
we're
look
talking
at
about
that
stuff.
serum.
Talking about stuff you needed in college.
Oh yeah.
Like if I could have had a fucking dermatologist, not even college, maybe high school, but like I just could just be like, hey, can I get some stuff to get this acne off my fucking face?
I have right now a sty deep in my eye.
Ew.
Yesterday
I
I
noticed
couldn't-
it.
Yeah, dude, this is light years better.
Really?
Than what it
I
was.
was like,
do you want
I-
to see it? I can open it up for you.
Nah.
See that white thing?
Ew.
It is ruining my life. Yesterday it was swollen shut. I was like Rocky. I was like, and you can't do anything about it. But if I had a dermatologist like on call, ready to rock with me, I could have seen somebody by now, and they probably could have helped me because Cortina Health will get you an evaluation from a board-certified dermatologist in just 24 hours. Prescription gets delivered right to your door, so you get access to all this stuff, all this cream, all the specialists for just $39.99 a month. Take your skincare seriously, like Feidelberg does. He probably spends all that money getting all these creams and everything when you could just be doing $39.99 a month from Cortina Health, where they will make your skin the best skin you can. Don't waste your time like Fights did. I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You might be doing the wrong things for your skin type for all we know.
Oh, I'm sure I am.
Cortina will just help you get your skincare down, no problem, with a board-certified dermatologist. So start Cortina today. Go to getcortina.com and use code KFC to receive your first shipment for free. That's getcortina.com. Use code KFC to get your first shipment for free. It's Amanda Hirsch on KFC Radio. Let's talk to her.
Kim started following. I was like, I'd see her face. You know, you see the face of the person that's like the most famous
Yeah.
or something on your stories. So whenever I see her face on the bottom, I'm like, damn it, mom. You know, like I just want to be able to like be stupid and you're like watching.
Yeah.
But it's never. It wasn't
You should
in the back, like,
mute
after
her.
you got that first follow.
Imagine.
Yeah.
She's like, man, I
I
don't
can't
post
find her.
anymore.
But she actually, so Courtney, she was my first kind of, we started actually like talking and like DMing, and she was super nice, and I was like in heaven. And then she didn't follow, but I'm very low expectations, right? I'm not gonna be like, why didn't she follow? Like,
Right,
of
right.
course she's not gonna fucking follow. She follows 100 people.
Yeah.
So let her come and look and leave. So when Kim followed, I was like,
How
I
many
was
did
literally
she
like,
follow?
why? Like 150.
Yeah, so it's a tight
I
list.
was like, why would she do that? Like, she doesn't need to do that.
Right.
Like,
Thumb
why?
list
I
is
want to
slim.
tell her, like, you don't need to, babe. You can just come in, come out. Like, nobody needs to.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be faster. That's it.